about that?
You sure about that? Sure about
that? Every time I roll something, there's no more actual communication. It's all just quotes.
We gotta find the guy who did this.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll like a 20 to hit you guys, and you're gonna be like, "Are you sure about that?"
That's what I was going to start recording like 30 seconds ago. I'll let you start going off like.
All right.
Oh, that'll be the title of this episode. Are you sure about that?
Don't make it the title of the episode. I mean, if it ends up actually being it, it's like denial D&D, like sonified. Y'all just yelling at me. Anyway, so what happened last session? Y'all fought a dude. The little dude got knocked down twice.
But he got up again. There's nothing ever gets him down.
That is true. Then he hid behind his dog, which seems kind of cold and callous.
You no longer hide behind this dog?
Yeah, you did.
I even made a comment like, "So you're hiding behind the dog now, huh?"
I'm like, it's for flavor. Like, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Fucked up flavor.
With your friend.
Our
Dog meat.
Yeah, I didn't hide behind any of you.
our resident
We're not your friends.
ranger had a
Picking up what I put down.
our resident ranger had a
You said-
mark crisis. So, long story short, you guys engaged the summer night and the winter night. The winter night was taken away by Leoshni. The summer night then engaged you guys in battle. Oliver heroically engaged multiple times, knocked unconscious a couple of times, but ended up being the final distraction to help kill him. It was a tough fight. He was a hard opponent. Oh, that's right. And then y'all spoke to Titania, the Queen of Summer, and she took Fix with her back to Summer, supposedly. I don't really know, but y'all can make a good assumption. And that's really it. It was a long battle, and then you guys went into some downtime where you learned some things. So with that said, the information that you learned, Walzik, or Oliver, is that the Knolls, they have continued to be spotted, always at night. However, the only common characteristic is their size, because the flesh on their body has deteriorated and they're becoming more and more skeletal.
Any particular whereabouts?
No, it's enough. It's enough instances where he can put together that it's the same one based off of the pattern, but it's
All over
sporadic.
the place. Yeah.
Is Noel GN?
Yes.
I thought. Oh yeah.
Well,
I thought it was K.
well, that's the grassy Noel.
Okay.
The
Not the red
humanoid hyena type thing.
For you, a little less rambunctious, but you know the last job that was taken by Wilkir, he was hired by a guy named Gallus. Gallus.
Gallus. Do we know any particular people this person might be associated with? Where they were hired from? Like where Wilkir was hired from?
Well, you know about the
3 flights thing. The 3 flights.
yeah. There's a
Through
conversation in there. You don't know if that was then the actual hiring of the job, or if that was him just angrily talking to his employer. Outside of that, y'all don't actually know too much about Gallus, which indicates to you that he's newer in town.
So we got a building we can ask about.
Is he an
Now that we have a
emperor?
name, we can start.
Is he a Thri-Kreen?
Well,
You know, I
Dollar
pulled-
just sounds like an emperor's name.
Help us.
Is that the guy from Destiny? Did I just pull that out
That's
subconsciously?
Callus.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he was being that mean.
But there
But he
is
can count.
one of the bad guys was Gaul, wasn't it?
You just
Yeah, at the beginning, but this merged them both. Okay. And that is that for y'all's information. So, Russell, what are you up to?
What time of day is it?
What time of day will you need to be out and about?
We had 2 weeks, or how much time? 2 weeks.
2 months.
2 months. Okay, so we had 8 weeks.
It's a location.
And then it's just picking up immediately post that 8 weeks.
Yeah.
or something for the year.
Because I haven't printed off the Leapion yet.
From about dusk, he'd probably be creeping around somewhere near the wide, looking for that type of mark.
So, a horse-drawn. Well, actually, draw me a perception.
Are you a perception?
Yeah.
Draw, bro.
You need a card.
And a king. I can oblige.
Just like I just draw a really good carriage. And I'm like, look, I see it.
I'll give that a 17. Nice.
Some agreements.
Ooh, it's not bad. Perception, you said 23.
23. You're being followed. Big guy. He's not too far away from you. He's probably about 10 feet. The horse-drawn carriage pulls up and stops beside you, and the door opens. And then you see a guy look at you and tell you to get in the carriage.
Is a person so humanoid? When you say big, everybody's fucking big.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy looks like he's been built martially to do damage.
Is he just he's still
Imagine
groping
all of
behind?
the 6 feet tall.
Right. So he's still closing in as the door opens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Oh, is that his little pellets falling out his butt?
Title.
Scared shitless.
Title is Impeccable Timing. Inspiration.
Yeah, actually go for it.
Yeah! I used all that.
he takes a couple steps forward and turns to where he's facing this person. So he's facing there. Carriage
like,
here.
Carriage there, okay.
Why?
You hear another voice coming from the alley. Just get in the wagon.
You should get in the core, man.
Does he recognize any of these people? The carriage, any
Roll,
insignias or anything?
No on the insignias on the thing, but you can roll history.
How close is the closest one?
At this point, one's immediately behind you. Like, so the one you're facing is now about 5-7 feet.
Okay, so regardless, he'd be provoking any kind of opportunity if they tried to grab him.
And the other one is slowly coming up from your. You basically have one way to flee now, but you see a kind of a head lean forward, so you can see him through the door, and he looks at you and says, "I don't think we've met, Rustle, but we need to have a discussion." Graying hair, built like. Look like you see someone as a football coach, give or take, but cold, steely eyes. Short cropped hair, almost looks like military fashion. And it's like, have a seat.
Do they all appear human?
Yes.
Okay. So at no pointy ears or anything, that immediately just this is human. He would attempt to palm one of his ninja dusts, and then he would get into me.
One of the big guys gets in after you and sits next to you. And across from you is a well-built woman, blonde hair. To her right, and she has a sword strapped to her back. To her right is the gentleman that invited you in. They shut the door, and he's like, "Are you going anywhere in particular?" He just tells the driver to drive.
So he's got big dude sitting next to him. Or he's
Woman
in,
next to him. Yeah.
Big dude sitting next to Russell.
Yeah. So
And
imagine
then-
Brian's big dude, woman, the guy talking, and you. So I'm not gonna lie. There's only one there's two reasons why you're still alive and not dead. One, Will Kier was a loyal agent of mine, and I would pay loyalty. And the second is because you did me a good turn 6 months ago. But, with that said, had two incidences with you in the past 6 months. We lost a hole in the wall, and now there's some people sniffing around the docks. Yeah,
Russell turns towards all of them.
He's already in the way. He's like, hey!
you can probably guess now that this is Salvador.
Yep. No. As soon as you're like, yeah, he looks like a football coach and he's mean, I'm like, that's how I picture Salvador.
So how do you think we should rectify this?
What do you need?
Straight to the point. There's new blood in town, and he's breaking the rules. His name is Matthias. He has just enough judges, lawyers, and police on his side to make shutting him down the normal way difficult, and I really don't want to tough for it. So I'm going to need two things. One is I'm going to need you to find a way to break into his premises and plant some evidence that's pretty damning. And then two, I'm going to need you to, whether through your detective friend or your lovely police friend, get the authorities to search his place. Obviously, you're going to need to be in and out of his place without being seen, noticed, or taking anything that makes you think that someone's been in there. But I would much rather solve this issue that way than just full-scale war on the streets.
Timeline.
These things can't be rushed. I'll let you work on your time, but just know if I feel you're trying to cheat me or skip town, offers off the table. You can walk away from, and you don't even have to take the job. You can walk away from this, but just know at this point we're square, and if you mess up again, what it'll be.
I'll get it done, Sal.
Narrows his eyes at you going, Sal. And he goes, very well. They pull off, and he actually stops in front of the Velvet Room. Maybe this is a good place to get started. And he lets go. Well, he opens the door to offer you out.
He would hop out and just kind of turn around and face the carriages.
And they just drive off.
When he said pull off, I just picked him up, pulling his face off, and there's a hot dog.
And you see on the street corner someone throwing a sign saying free hot dogs inside.
Hot dog.
Even the entire Velvet Room has just embraced it. Like, yeah, we saw it.
Be a good place for a Venus Jincy.
Alright, well then he would turn and walk into the Velvet Room.
We'll wait till Adrian gets back. Anybody else? It's dusk, which means your shift's probably over, and I don't know what you're doing.
Oliver would be at the Velvet Room.
Yeah, if it's dusk,
He'll talk to Adrian after he kicks Oliver's ass.
That's
Walks
part
up behind him.
is I've thought about what Oliver is doing at the Velvet Room. He thinks he's being clever by like getting sweet with the ladies and the bartenders and everything, tipping pretty well. And he's like, yeah, they'll give me info, and they seem to be really keen to me because they are smarter and can ask questions, and he divulges all of the information.
Oh, you're the favorite, man. Like you're almost like a mascot at this point.
So he just fucking Russell walks in and he sees 3 women surrounding somebody, and he's like, "Oh, Oliver's here."
Yeah.
Bayor would be basically getting off of a shift, like meeting Decker, and seeing if there's if there's any anything that she needs help with.
Not currently, no.
Yeah, and that's fine. If not, that's just what he'd be doing before. If it was if it's gonna be a sloppy steaks kind of night, then he's gonna head to the Velvet Room.
About to get real sloppy in the Velvet Room.
We have one of these podcasts.
Yes.
What do you think?
A Belgian style blonde ale. It's delicious.
Honestly, just wasn't expecting blonde ale.
He's got to mix it up a little bit. He does guess.
I did one time when I went to the beer and wine festival with Jamin, actually several years back, and I was like, "Oh, Black Abbey, they make good beer."
So the scene, you see Russell walking into the Red Velvet. I keep saying Red Velvet. The Velvet Room. I want a Red Velvet cake. The Velvet Room. And you see Oliver at the bar pre-gaming with several of your cohorts, flirting and milking him for everything he knows. And you think we've been clever about it. And shortly, I'll give you the other point when you're into the scene.
fine.
He's on his way.
Russell would approach Oliver first.
Oh, hey, Russ.
I'll say he was just gonna stand near you guys until he was noticed, and then just give us a minute, ladies.
Oh, the other one's here. And they start giggling in this far away. I want to take that out.
He'll kind of pat the stool and offer a hand to help you up.
Where's Adrian?
Adrian! Is she back in? He'll lean over the bar to catch the eye of the bartender.
What's up, sweetie?
Hey, where's Adrian? Is she back in the back?
I need to go send someone for her. I'm sure she's around here doing something. Probably
Yeah,
looking for me.
Russ is asking.
Hi, Russ. And then she goes and sends someone for you.
I'm out shortly. It's not that often that you visit here. How can we help?
We need to speak somewhere privately.
Oh, just my usual room then.
It's not.
He'll hop off.
Warren's going in first place.
He'll hop off the stool.
Would you prefer it just be me and you, and we can invite Oliver later?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you guys can still use the room.
Roll an insight.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm pretty sure that's a 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I could use another round anyway. What's the common bartender's name?
Make it Ashley.
Yeah, it's one of my ex-girlfriends.
It's one of my ex-girlfriends. They call her Ash.
Hi, Ash.
She hangs out with guys more than girls because she's not like all the other girls. A state of mind.
Just base the literal personalities of these characters on.
What have we done? Adrian will take him to a room that she knows is private, as opposed to one that would have like ways to eavesdrop. You seem very troubled.
Salvatore's upset.
He seems to always be upset. But what's he upset about this time?
Me, by of Oliver.
tree.
I'm guessing. That's fair. So, like, think of all the things that Oliver could have done. Which of his businesses has Oliver? What?
Hole in the wall.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay.
What was the other one?
People are sniffing around his dock master.
The dog, yeah. With Clint.
Well, it's not specifically.
Except for the City Port Authority.
Hole in the wall and
And for all y'all know, that's what he's talking about. Is it City Port Authority?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't do much about the city, or I can't do much about the hole in the wall, but potentially the City Port Authority I can.
He's just been promoted.
Has he... What has he told you?
It's not what we're trying to fix.
Okay, well, what are we trying to fix then?
Grand job.
Fix those. Who's the mark?
Matthias.
Matthias.
Did he get a last name or like any specific location for this person?
You didn't ask.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He just runs back out.
But you do have a general idea he's big enough to, Salvatore wants to get rid of him and doesn't want to make it play. So, roll up. However you glean information.
Did you say Matthias?
Mm-hmm.
Well connected.
I guess it would be would it be like a history check? Or
Well, I mean,
for her to, like, investigate.
do you use your charms to get stuff out of nobles? Do you, like, however that is, we'll say that in the past couple of weeks or whatever,
Performance,
that
no.
this may or may not be something you picked up.
Okay. So she'll offer performance.
If you don't know, I know us. No, we can go talk to.
17.
Hold on a second. Someone give me a last name. Shit. Lloyden. But,
Hold on. Is this a last name for Matthias?
yeah.
Hunt.
Okay, fine. That's easier than remember that Schleuden. I just looked at Matthias, and it's Matthias Jacob Schleuden. He's a German botanist. He was going to be the main bad guy, but we'll go with Hunt. So, last name's Hunt. He is two things. He's apparently a new rival to Salvatore, but the way you know him is he is actually a fairly well-off merchant. He's only been around the scene for a month or so. And he's making big waves. Businesses, or he's buying a lot of businesses. There's some less than scrupulous things being told about him, but nothing concrete.
Did he give me something to plant, or is that kind of up to us to figure out as well?
Yeah, kind of up to you. How do you want to go?
What does he sell? I suppose we should start there. And we'll think for a second. I suppose we could use our handy-dandy port authority to find something that he's not supposed to have. It would be a little bit of a longer operation, but potentially sell him some dock space and then put some contraband goods in said space and have our lovely port authority. Is there a time frame or a timeline for you?
I just need him gone. No violence.
We can do that. I suppose I could meet him, see what his business interests are, as you come into the building.
No, he is.
I can meet him, see what his interests are. There's all sorts of contraband that we could find to put either in his shops or where they're not supposed to be. Hopefully that will suffice. And then what do we tell Oliver and our somewhat law-abiding friend?
Hey, Oliver. You want me to be going into there?
You can either go in here there, or the bartender can just point you to the room they're at.
Okay,
However you want to do it.
that's fine. I mean, I'll leave you to your drink and then. No, you know what? I'll just pat you on the shoulder.
Oh, hey!
How's it going?
Pretty good. Russ and Adrian are back in my room.
Oh, all right. Wow, they gave you one all by yourself, all to yourself.
Well, yeah. Ashley said that could be mine if I came in. I've paid enough here so far.
I have no doubt, my stout friend.
And he always shares it with more than one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
You want your usual? The wine?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Cool. I'll bring a glass back.
Splashed in my face like. Yeah,
He's like, get in the game.
that's it. Okay. Are they talking back about something private?
I don't know.
Oh well, I mean, you're sitting out here, right? Are you just taking your time?
Yeah, I was having a good conversation with Rachel.
Oh, okay. Well, don't let me hold you up with that. Actually, I'll take the wine back in the room, please.
She'll nod.
You'd probably come in as soon as she says, Oliver and our law-abiding friend.
Citizen.
What?
Draw butler.
Draw butler?
A law-abiding citizen.
Who's Gerard?
Gerard, whatever.
You said draw butler, and I was like, what?
Draw the butler.
Yeah, draw a butler.
Drawing fucking carts, we drawing butlers.
Everyone get out your pads and pencils. Oh, good evening.
Evening.
Hopefully I'm not interrupting something.
Russell would kind of.
Alright. Walk in. Take a seat.
It seems.
Thanks for not leaning against the wall.
It seems we have a new player in town that our mutual contact Salvatore doesn't like.
Yeah, Matthias. That would make sense. He's all the rage.
Very popular. But,
Yeah, I've been asked to look into him a little bit.
how would you?
Well, it's something that, the actual detectives want information where they can get it, so...
I will fortify it as his place.
Could I roll an investigation or something like that for that, or will we just need to go check it out?
Unless you've actually made the point to go look, no one's had a reason.
And that's fine.
Depends
I
on
don't
what
know
you're
specifics.
wearing. But I would suppose it'd be pretty simple. You won't go, it's fine. I hear he likes hot dogs.
It's like, yeah, it's all coming together.
Planted these seeds.
It's got to be boiled. And
That's how y'all kill the big bad of this campaign is choking on a hot dog.
Yep, sliding, sliding right.
Yes.
Right.
Fucking you can't cancel lunch.
It's a glizzy gobbler, that one.
That reminds me of a mind goblin.
Well, if he's all the rage, I suppose I should introduce myself. And if we're to get him off of our backs, and our friend Russell's back.
What do you mean, get him off of your back?
Oh, I meant to say Salvatore, sorry. To get Salvatore off our backs.
The brow will furrow.
Oliver.
Okay.
Consider our soon-to-be nefarious deeds as payment for Oliver's transgressions.
I do blur the lines sometimes, but just actively committing criminal acts is something that doesn't exactly look good on my resume. Like,
We're not gonna get caught.
that is not. He's like he's just gonna go. Mm-hmm. And it's like, haven't you been caught before?
That doesn't seem relevant.
And who's to say that you're going to be participating at all unless you consider turning a blind eye participating? Because you...
Why would you all have told me this anyways? I could have just been your detective who goes in.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
well
you
now
have to play the part.
Okay, now I'm playing a part. If I just didn't know,
Just
I wouldn't have anything to hide.
Just lie.
This would have, somehow or another, that halfling would have told you, or you would have found out through your very good deduction skills, that we were up to something.
Why don't we just have Oliver start to work for this Matthias person, and he'll get Matthias caught in like a day.
She'll start laughing. Yeah, take him from the inside out.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what y'all plant. Y'all plant all of us.
We're gonna plant the foil.
Why am I thinking of a plan where we could simply put a bow on his head and put him in his front door?
Right. Do you have a timeline, Russell?
No.
This actually is something that would be legitimate.
This may work.
It is legitimate.
What am I supposed to do?
Put the crank in my bag, wind them up, drop them off.
Snapshots 2 months later, and a hard motherfucker comes out like with like gold teeth.
Oh,
and it's just
my
like,
God.
who the fuck is this guy?
He cuts to X gonna give it to you.
It's like
I was like beating y'all all up.
I wouldn't want him injured. Because that would make me feel bad.
Sorry, they're pretzels.
Just a little.
We have to make it seem real, right?
That's
Blood
what
and
but
And you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Sweetie, I
I
think you should
suppose we
check on your
could somehow.
Yeah, they've been kind of. I don't know. I'll take another, and then I guess I'm gonna go see what they're doing.
friends. She, we'll say they have beer bottles. She pops it open and puts it in.
Thanks, but be thinking what I was talking to you about. If you see, like, hear anyone grumbling about like really, like, scary gnoll things that like don't have any flesh left around the city, outside the city, let me know, because I can put a stop to it. Alright,
Sounds like a plan.
they'll hop down and like just walk into the room, no decorum, nothing. Hey guys,
I was just thinking the beer should be Matthias brand brew, better than the best. That's Hunt's guarantee. That'd be the
I am never going to remember that or be able to say that. Can you say it again?
yeah. So it would be Matthias brand brew, better than the best. That's Hunt's guarantee. It's the alliteration that gets me. Shut up.
I was just explaining to someone at work where it's just like, if I get like, I just really want to be able to throw up on command. So
You want to be bulimic or anemic?
I'm just like, wherever I get just overwhelmed, or if something is just like too much, I can just throw up and then leave. So having to recite that again, just
Matthias brand brew, better than the best. That's Hunt's guarantee.
You know what's sad is that's how I would use being up on command. If someone says something like that or like a bad dad joke, I would just like,
I have all these issues.
I gotta go, guys.
Really sound like an next book club.
When she hears him come in, so you're saying this Matthias is looking for a bodyguard?
would Oliver have heard anything about a Matthias?
Roll me a perception.
Perception, you say?
8.
You haven't done anything.
Who's that?
He's some new merchant.
Oh, is he part of like a caravan? Are they in town?
I don't think it's a caravan, but he is. I have a lot of shops around town, so I believe he is important. He may be looking for somebody to guard him during daylight hours as on his way to meetings.
He prefers them to be obscenely polite.
But I already guard people during the day.
Have you thought about taking on a little extra work? Be able to give that extra money to Father Forthill and support Emily and Olivia in their future endeavors, providing them with a future that is one to hope.
Adrian's just like, look at you, feels really bad. We're literally just like, come on.
He'll kind of put his arm around Russell, who's gotten real close to him for whatever reason. I mean, you kind of put it in a way that seems to really appeal to me. So yeah, of course.
Interesting.
We may have to arrange a meeting then.
But I mean, like Emily and Olivia, they're already pretty well taken care of.
They are, but we can't always rely on God to do what's right. Sometimes they need a little bit of extra help.
Well, I mean, you're not really relying on Tyr or Eldath. You're more or less relying on the stewards.
Well, Iwan is who I try to take keen membership with. But whenever I go to pray, sometimes all I can think is, "Are you there, God? It's me, Beor." And nothing ever happens.
But
No, you're just
didn't
not
him have...
maybe praying right.
That's probably actually right.
Would give you like this glare, like...
Um,
I don't want to be throwing him to the wolves or giving him an existential crisis.
but is he
It's all when it's just like...
this Mateus like actually looking for help?
Well, that's what we've been hearing. I was thinking of scheduling a meeting with him, and if he does seem interested, would you be interested?
I mean, as long as he's on the up and up, because I'm tired of dealing, like, I have to turn a blind eye a lot for this Salvatore guy, and it's really starting to aggravate me.
That's fair.
And the other family that is not, like, really that important.
Which other one is that?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have my notepad with me, and it's back in my bunk.
Nope. It's your day off, so enjoy your drink. But
No, I actually got off a shift. I've been here for a couple of hours. I mean, I said hi a couple times, and you walked by, and you just...
Beor will give Adrian a look.
Well, but it's understandable, because often when you come out from the back, I understand what I've asked is like, were you doing the thing? Because I kind of, this place does the thing, and I realize that now, after talking to Father Forthill about it a little, that's inappropriate. So that's my bad. Still arm around Russell.
Sometimes we have to do unsavory things for money to get by. But
I don't think it's a necessity, though. You could just be a law-abiding citizen.
No.
I like living the way I live.
I'm not mad at you for that. But you can't say, sometimes you gotta do bad, or sometimes you must do evil things in order to get by. It's like,
Systemic oppression.
the Beor will say, can't fault you there.
But, like I said,
Take down.
I will arrange a meeting. And these are just things that some of the girls have been talking about, because, you know, they cozy up to Soldier Boys. But, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
And I will see if he's on the up and up.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not like super bad. I understand, like, not everyone is always able to do what's right. But like Salvatore is just not the best. Remember, like, the first cult that we had to thwart, thought it was a good idea to make one of his little people go. That doesn't normally just happen to people that are doing right by others.
It could have been just a coincidence. Because weren't other people...
No. It was just what was left of the dude and what was left of the lady.
How's your null problem going, by the way?
I've been talking to Rachel and Ashley to see if they are picking up any information. We generally trade tips, so they're usually pretty interested in where I'm patrolling, and where, you know, a couple of the other guys are wandering around. So, I mean, they actually seem pretty interested in what we do as guards, which is kind of cool. Most people are usually like, oh, it's a guard, blah, 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 but they're pretty cool about it.
We do have harrowing tales, which they do love to hear.
I mean,
I hear about them secondhand all the time.
Yeah, we've stopped now 3 cults, and
Use that word cult real loosely.
no, I'm
Not sure the last one was called. I think that's a government.
That's technically true.
Fair.
A foreign diplomat party.
yeah, I just keep associating that to people that melt away or like poof.
So I remember right, y'all were the cult.
But then there's been like some pretty cool chases that happened recently. I got to knock someone out with my lance, which I hadn't been able to do yet, and that was actually pretty cool. I hit him right in the back of the leg, and he fell down and knocked his head. He bled for a little bit, but he was okay in the end. He'll learn not to steal again.
True.
I can't wait till he's watching one day you're pickpocketing.
Yeah, but I'll look like him.
Adrian will step out of the room, and then if Bianca is in the velvet room, she'll go find her. If not, then
Yeah, she's here.
okay. You have a moment.
She's looking at a bag of chips. I don't know why it's empty.
I can
I can see that you're busy. Oh, what brings you here? To me.
Well, Salvatore has tasked some of my friends with a job about this Matthias. What do you know about him? He's buying up shops, and I'm curious as to what his interests are.
Only thing I know about him is he's an opportunity. He's shaking up our little power struggle we have with Salvatore, and this might be a good opportunity, but I don't like the fact that he is so good at hiding his tracks.
Do you know what his proclivities are? Eat hot dogs.
Sadly, I don't think your charms will.
Is he a brat man or?
Yes.
Sadly, I don't think your special charms are going to. I have no idea, actually. Like I said, he's been very careful about who he engages with. His core group
He
is
must
very
have friends.
careful.
He must have friends.
Only the ones he brought, and he works through them.
Can we get an audience with them? If not with him?
I won't set it up.
Coward.
I don't want to be seen approaching him. I want him to come to me when it's time.
So
But if you find a way in, and naturally,
I think
know
I
how
can
this
report
works.
back. Thank you very much.
he is he's smart from what I can tell, and he knows quite a bit. So
Kind of pull it over her head. Yeah, okay. Well, if I have your leave to do so, then I'll see if I can get an audience with him.
yeah, guys, just don't get caught.
And then she'll leave and go back to the group.
What did he tell you, Salvatore? Was it him speaking?
Wait, you were talking to Salvatore?
Come find me later, because I think I got that confused with something else. But I may have an idea.
Like, what are
Where's
we talking?
Smoke?
Oh, he's at the bar, probably with Ashley.
He's literally on a bar seat drinking some milk out of a bowl. I'm
There's
mixing with a
something.
cat, but it's okay.
Both are lactose intolerant. You can get milk too.
Beer.
There you go. Make him hungry.
Some sort of like soup. Then I don't know.
But yeah, so
No bear left.
are we good?
No, we're just dandy.
All right. Cool. You want a drink?
No, I've got plans.
Okay.
The Rustle talking in just different voices from the strategy is just. Yeah.
Oliver will go back out into the bar and begin his still standard shenanigans of talking to people.
Begin continuing.
Yeah, begin continuing.
Yeah. Bayor is going to. He's actually going to go back to his house and speak with Dax. If Dax, well, actually, Dax probably is off now, but he's going to see if he can just see if he's there, like if he's working late or something like that.
They're gonna do some overtime.
Hello.
Look,
Russell's gonna really quickly catch up with Bayor.
74. He's not.
what did he say to you?
Russell repeats it verbatim.
You called him Sal.
Yeah.
He acknowledged that. You have it. Him asking you to commit a crime, we just have to take that to the authorities.
I don't think that's admissible.
Here's the thing. Probable cause. Or it might not be solid enough to hold up in what we would perceive as court, but it's enough to start digging. And we might be able to actually get with Matthias and have him help us take Salvador down with this information. Then you won't be beholden to anyone.
Can't be beholden if you're dead.
That's fair. However, our plan, a potential plan of this, is putting one of our friends
It's fine.
in harm's way. Okay. I had to make sure I knew where we were at, where the line was.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
Have you seen what he can do with his organs?
Like, you actually have that from fucking Waldo's voice. Have you seen what he can do with those organs? You have that on a loop.
Damage doesn't scale, by the way. Every 13 damage is enough to be organs falling out. One's made.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go talk to someone about that and see what's going on in hypotheticals and for.
Do we know where this guy lives?
Matthias? I can find out very quickly. You want to go spot it real quick? Okay. Hayward thinks for a second. He's like, okay, normally I go to Rustle to find things out about locations, but he's also going to try to overdraw at the memory bank to see. Nothing anti-copa about it. To see if he can gauge the location of this new person, because it would have to be, they would have seen movers recently. It might even be a new house or a new spot. New muscle would be hired for their yada yada.
Yeah. It's gonna be a high DC. It's a big city,
That's fine.
so you can give it a shot. History.
May knowledge guide me.
God, please help me. Help me remember.
Are you there, God? It's me, Bayor.
God,
Please
I hope
guide
you-
me.
I hope you roll on that one. With what you said earlier in the bar.
That's going to be a 26.
26.
DC was 47.
It was actually 27.
You're like, well,
No, I mean, look, so there were 3 locations in town where new people have moved in.
Sure. Okay, well, you're like, all right. Well, we narrowed it down to these 3. And we can move pretty quickly through here, so. Try and spot them.
To the south, you go this one.
All right. Are there people around? It's nighttime, right?
Yeah, but it's early night. I mean, people out and about enjoying nightlife.
I just need to become invisible for like 2 turns while I can just get up in the air out of sight and just go.
Yeah, there's no actual emergency going on where the town feels like they need to be indoors.
No, I feel you. Okay. He'll go to the one in the north, around this side of town, and let Russell go to the 2 in the south.
I mean, you pick wherever. He was just
I-
basically Russell's going to check.
I-
He probably get to 2 faster
Yeah,
because he knows you can't really just take off.
Oh, when I can.
just starts staring at someone, gets real mean mugged, and just flies away again.
That's what I do. I just land it.
Turn over.
Turn over. Keep doing that over and over.
Oh, that's your command words for flying.
It's that one.
There you go.
That's when he's going to.
No, that's the one to the south by the wide. It's that's the house that I had to see.
Oh, so like Russell first stop.
Well, I'm just gonna skip some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all going to houses on my thing. Yeah.
Oliver, after about 30 minutes, will begin asking about Matthias at the Velvet Room.
I mean, you're gonna get very similar responses. Nobody knows, and it seems like you get the idea that it would be a prize if one of the ladies come back with something. But he's buttoned down. He
As
doesn't.
far as like no one knows where he's at.
Oh,
Like he his intent is, oh, I can
sorry.
go
I thought you were asking like facts about him, not like a.
You know, the facts of life.
No, I mean, he would have general conversation, but realize that very, very quickly it's all the same, like no one really knows. And he'd just be like, well, I'm going to go meet the guy, so where's he live?
One doesn't know.
Oh no! I said one word and it's over. Here comes the rook.
Alright, a 13 will get you that you heard that he moved down around south, but no specific. I rolled 3 times for 3 different people, so.
Upon the first pass, like, what does he notice about the house? He would try to do as much of a lap as he could inconspicuously, just as himself.
With it by the wide, well lit. The actual house itself is well lit. It is surrounded by a wall. It is fairly big. We'll say it's 3 stories. There is security in the yard. And outside of that, that's basic looking. You'll have to roll perception if you want any more detail, and you have to tell me what you're looking for.
How many guards can you see right off the bat?
One at the gate, one at the door, and you've seen at least one pass by the gate as if on patrol. But that's just walking by, like you said. You haven't like scoped it out or anything.
Alright. He would spend at least an hour disguised as a child out in front playing jacks. Like a little bouncy ball.
Like in front of
Yeah, like
the gate, or
across the street, just right at the edge of the park.
okay. You get about 20 minutes doing that before the gate guard comes out. And he's like, Vagrant, you gotta go.
I mean, he looks like he's...
Oh, yeah, I know you look like a kid. He's an asshole.
I'm just playing.
I don't give a shit, kid. Move it.
Fucking asshole. Just pick some stuff up.
Roll for initiative.
I almost was gonna pick a fight, but I'm like, no, he's a kid. It's like, you call me what, kid?
You call me what?
It's just but no.
Alright, and then he would.
Fucking street urchins as he walks away.
It's just a brief, like, that real half pause, and then he just keeps walking. And then he would round the corner, and it would be the moment he got a chance to sneak out of sight, kind of around the back, to get a better view of.
Like around the block corner or like around the building corner?
Trying to get back into here, if that's not part of the property.
Well, no, I'm gonna say he's rich enough. He owns like that whole compound.
Ooh.
Alright, he'd be trying to get into some kind of alley, anywhere where he can get enough darkness
Okay.
to just at least get the light dim enough to where he can just chill.
Yeah, I mean that's easy enough in between in any one of the alleys that you can go down. Once you get about 10 feet from the street, it's dim.
How
and then-
tall's the wall?
We're gonna say 1 story, so about 10 feet.
Is it still just straight wall around that whole courtyard?
Yes, we'll say yes to that. It's not like it has a barbed wire fence, though. Every so often, you'll see like decorations, like lanterns and stuff, but they're not lit. That you may be able to scale or use, but and it's not like there's, like I said, barbed wire or anything that will stop you from the top.
All right, in one of the back alleys, he'd chill long enough to make sure like nobody's just walking through often enough for it to be an issue, and then try to.
How do you make sure that nobody's walking? And you're talking about in the yard, or you're talking about on the road?
He'd be like back in one of these. Trying
No,
to
I'm sorry. When you said making sure no one's walking along, what are you talking about? On the road or in the yard?
Oh, on the road or into the alley. Like anybody's going to come up on him as he's trying to scale on top of one of these lanterns to peek over the wall.
There you go.
And then he would hoist himself up and just very slowly and just be trying to get a view of inside the back.
Along the edges of the yard, it's dark. But once you get almost the same deal, 10 feet into the yard, 15 feet into the yard, it becomes dim light, and then 20 to 30 feet into the yard, it's actually bright light. It's a nice little garden back there. You see at least 3 people patrolling. Outside of that, I'm gonna need a perception if he wants.
Are they patrolling like into the dark areas of the yard and everything, or?
No, you get the sense that they don't necessarily. They view that they don't have to because of how far away it is from the house. You'll probably. I would say a good 60 to 80 feet from the house. Like the walls are at the farthest point. So, yeah, a big front. I mean, well, a big like courtyard / garden area that.
Does it look like if he actually got inside, he'd have a similar means of egress?
You mean on the interior of the wall? Yeah. Not exactly where you're standing, but there are places periodically through the wall that you might be able to use as handhold or something. And it would be scaling it from the outside or the inside under pressure would be difficult, and I would ask you to make a roll. But unseen, you'll be fine.
How many doors on the back? Doors and windows?
So doors, right here at the point, there's one, and then on this part, there's one. Windows, we'll say 4 on the first floor, and then there's 5 or 6 on the second, and like 3 or 4 on the third.
Alright, he would just observe, try to get for. Is it just like fully nighttime now?
Yeah, we're past dusk. You're. I mean, it's early night, but there's no light from the sun.
He'd show for 3 hours, occasionally repositioning to a different part of the outside of the wall, just to get an idea of these specific guards, the actual routes they take, if they're consistent.
Roll me a stealth. And I think since you're invisible to right.
I'm invisible to dark vision.
Okay. Roll it with advantage, and then also just I'll let dealer's choice, since you're watching. You're both investigating and watching. I'll let you do either one of those for the actual route.
Alright, stealth is 19.
Okay. And you do that with advantage, right?
Yeah.
So, son of a bitch.
And I'm going to use Kenku Recall to get advantage on my perception. And that would be a 22 perception.
At one point during the night, underneath you, you hear somebody walking, but you don't see them. Outside of that, they don't necessarily have they're not the guards are professional. They don't have a general patrol. Sometimes they group up and talk, and sometimes they spread out and just watch. But they're always aware of what's going on. They know what they're doing. They know what they're about.
So it's more or less what he expected.
Yeah.
This dude's wealthy as fuck. He got actual talent to protect his place.
You also do see occasionally with that perception roll, one of them glance to the roof a couple.
Alright. Hop back down and just get her on out.
So it's been 3 hours, so what y'all got? You went back to your place. Dax wasn't there, sadly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have any other thing you want to do?
I mean, I was going to go check out the other place. If it didn't yield anything, I would. He knows that, if he didn't find anybody, and then Dax wasn't home, he would see if he could go find Decker.
Okay.
Detective.
Okay. While I'm thinking of that interaction,
That's fine.
what do you?
So yeah, Oliver would have spent probably an hour perusing to get what information he got, and then he would see if Adrian is still around inside the Velvet Room, or if she has already left.
She would still be finishing her shift though.
Guess what?
What?
She slipped
So-
in the butt.
I know he is at the south side of the Wide.
How'd you figure that?
Just ask the ladies.
Impressive.
Said we were looking for him.
Okay. I suppose I can arrange a meeting. Don't be offended. I think it would be best if I met him first.
Oh, I was just gonna leave here and go down there and knock on his door.
You,
Is that not a good idea?
I don't think it would be a very good idea. Because, think of it this way. I want to make sure that he's on the up and up. And what better way to figure that out if he were a criminal, to have a criminal like me talk to him?
I knew it. I knew you were a criminal. I knew it.
I have a heart of gold, so...
Well, I mean, criminals can be good, but also shouldn't do crime.
You did it.
And I guess it depends on like what it's for. And there's a lot of things. I mean, this place is confusing.
Stopping 3 cults. Would a criminal do that?
To maybe, I don't know. People are complicated, but I do know like this place has a high tolerance for the wrong kind.
Life gets easier if you see things in gray.
Well, no, yeah,
I'm glad you see that.
but it's not easier though.
You're very true.
So
And I don't want this person, if he is a bad person, to affect that. So it'd be best if I met him one.
okay,
And you said south side?
yeah, the south part of the wide.
Strong side.
Is that where he lives, or is that just where he is currently?
You know, maybe both. I would venture like it's probably. I was asking about where he lives, but now I don't. I've had more than a few now, and it's probably starting to get pretty late.
Well, let me walk you
Put
home.
another one in front of you.
He's done. He won't be able to ride smoke.
Yeah, Smoke knows the way back to the barracks. That's the really cool part. Like Smoke's a good boy.
Oh no, he's pulling a JT. You told me you want more. I shouldn't have that. I should really have that.
The problem is the bartender knows.
I know. They ended up giving it to him anyway.
Well, hurry up and finish. I'm gonna get dressed, and then I'll walk you home.
He'll shotgun it.
Well, I'll just walk you home.
All right, Smoke.
As you leave, all the 5 or 6 of the ladies go bye.
Yeah, I'll probably see y'all after my next shift. If I work tomorrow. I can't remember if I work tomorrow. If I don't, do you guys serve breakfast? I don't remember.
Actually, we gotta feed our hungry overnight guests.
No, we don't do breakfast.
Well, you guys should look into that. That'd be kind of cool. Like for the people that stay over.
Yeah, we close at
So then, why not
they don't stay open. We kick them out. There's no spooning or cuddling. I mean, unless you pay for it beforehand, but it ends at 3.
Got it. And they'll just meander out.
Okay.
Adrian will walk him to the barracks before turning and going to south wide side.
Yeah.
South of the wide.
South of the wide.
The south side of the wide.
So that's give or take an hour and change. So about then you make it to I mean, she's not working, so
That's fine. I mean, if she's hanging out at a bar somewhere, or maybe at the library. Or
we'll do another high or low. You know,
Yeah.
her watering hole.
Yeah.
So we'll see if she's there now.
Okay, low.
Does anybody have 68? That sounds. I need to write down those numbers.
14, 54, 27, 77, and 88.
Yeah, no, shit.
What was it? 14 is mine, 77 is Ryan's, 54 is Brian's. I thought James's was 27.
But I could be wrong.
I gotta remember Johnny's. Ruben's was 64, but that's because it'd be something where it's like chaos.
And mine went fucking high.
Here's 88.
Yeah, so, wait, that might be out of some points of view. Sadly, she's not there.
Okay. At that point, he doesn't really know where anybody is. He's just gonna go home.
Okay.
Sorry. He's gonna head to the lab. Just very quickly.
Okay.
He's gonna see, because he knows one of them works late, the automaton. Good old Meg Gredley. The Warforged or Automaton Meg Gredley, he's going to ask them if they can investigate the vials of goo and the dust from the demons.
Yeah, that's what she said.
The blue man goo was blue.
So
I just blew myself.
there's nothing left.
Oh, did it all just disappear?
Yeah, it deteriorates over time. Like,
Understood. So, okay, if he doesn't have it, then he'll be like, he'll check. Oh, don't have that. And
I feel like I've just like shot your plans down like 5 times in a row tonight.
It's
That's
okay.
so terrible.
hey, it's just that's just life.
Hey, at least you're consistent.
Adrian,
Ooh, pizza.
you make it.
We have pizza.
So just as a reminder, this is the wide. It's a part. Merchants and stuff come there at the end of the day, and they pack up and leave, and it's a very ritzy, expensive place.
Mhm.
And there's not a whole lot of options on the south side of the ride, so you can kind of roll me an insight. We'll see if you gather that that could be the place, because there's a bunch of rich people around here. So
This. It'd be a 14.
you don't know for sure, but that could be. It's south side of the wide. It's got guards, it's fancy looking, but there's no way for you to know for sure.
She'll slip back in an alley. And then she'll
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, that's a hot dog.
yeah. Sliding in.
lets her hair down, just mustard stain.
While he's watching, he sees a woman in a hot dog suit come out of the house.
Oh, hey, Adrian.
Why am I even here?
She'll summon her familiar. It
Okay.
looks like
Real quick, what does the components for summon a
It's a
familiar?
Dotson, isn't it?
Requires a dachshund?
No, it's a. Remember, it's a
so she would
brass
she would have
cauldron.
already summoned it like as
I-
soon as like during her downtime.
And then it
Like
had
she would
10
have been able
Right.
to.
What I'm getting at is, do you have to have a verbal component to call it to you from the ether, or is the
Oh.
thing always around, or? I just want to settle this now. You don't have to like. You could call it on the way down if you want. You don't have to do it in this alley.
Is its name Relish?
No. No. Okay. So you gain service of familiar.
No, it's cute. It looks like a little Leafeon.
Familiar acts independently of you, but it always obeys your commands.
It does take verbal
wheels.
to call it back to you. So,
It is a.
if you want to do that before you got it, that's fine. But
Can be dressed up as
just
a-
keep in
not
mind,
any
same
money.
thing with may knowledge guide you.
The theme.
Fair. Okay. So she would summon her familiar.
It's canon. You have a little box in there.
Or it can be a pig. You can put it in a blanket.
A little pig in a blanket would be adorable. Let me slip out of this thing.
Summon my familiar.
Your dog goes down and you get on the warhog.
That's the verbal component.
Cast snort.
She'll
Squeal for my
duck
little
back
piggy.
like into an alleyway. Summon her familiar to her, and then
What does the familiar look like? We have ruined that.
no,
go
you're
for
okay.
it.
And so it looks like if you look up a Leafeon, which is just like an Eevee evolution, but as opposed to it being green, it will be black, and where its tail looks like a leaf, it'll actually look like wispy, like shadows.
Okay.
Uh,
I knew a guy that had a shadow dog.
she'll summon it to her, and then she'll guide it to. You said this was the house, maybe.
Yeah.
She'll guide it to go in, like to the grounds. And then while she is in the alleyway, she kind of will ward into it, as she can see through. She can kind of experience what it is experiencing.
Okay, so which alley are you going through?
So goes like over here.
Okay,
So
you're
if we assume that this is the house, she'll be like right here.
so you assume this is the house.
Mhm.
It is walled off like this. So like
Can you
that's
ping it?
all.
Nice.
Can't even watch it.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
For our viewing audience.
so you're gonna go try one of these
We
alleys
have
right
150
here.
views.
Okay, it's fine.
And they kind of like let him in if she can, like push it through the gates.
Does it count
or
your views
if there's a way to get it
multiple
over the
times?
wall if she needs to.
I mean, it's
So we've
about
got
like
like
I said, the
4.
wall's about 10
We've
feet
had
tall.
13
Mage hand.
viewers.
So that's fine. Yeah. How much does it weigh? And like, what are you basing it off
Not
of?
yet.
So I kind of know what's going on.
No. Then
So it'd be about the size of a cat. So think of Louis' size.
Comment on these bits.
Right, but like, what animal template are you looking at? Like a cat?
A
Tim?
cat.
Cat. Okay.
For this is background. I was thinking it'd be
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Come on.
Unless a weasel would be better. I'm not sure.
Remember, it's like
I'm not
and
like
survive.
you can change it later,
Okay.
but for now, I just need something to roll.
No,
with.
it'll be a cat.
Okay.
And she will mage hand it over the wall because she can mage hand 10 pounds.
It'll be in its little pear shape.
Does my 22 perception see a cat just?
Sadly, it's on the opposite side, which is 6 feet away from you. So I don't
it's a
think you.
cat.
Yeah,
Or cat size? Just
and it's a darker color cat. Okay, so it's now. What do you want it to do? It's on top of the wall, sticking up. It can walk across the wall if you wanted to.
Well, once she sees that it's on the wall, she'll like slip back into one of these alleyways because she knows like if she's working into it or if she sees it, like her seeing through it, like that's all she can do. So she knows she's vulnerable. But so she'll hide and then let the familiar kind of do its thing. It's like kind of patrol the walls and like listening to see if it hears like Matthias or any other names.
Alright. Do you attempt to do this stealthily?
Yes.
Okay. Please roll stealth.
Would you want me to go off of mine or a cat's stealth?
It would be a cat stealth, which is a +4.
A 21.
21. Okay. Which direction do you walk first? Okay.
Probably like this direction, like closer to the house. If there's like a window or
Okay. No open windows. There's enough to where you could climb the house and get on the roof if you wanted. Or at one point, the wall actually meets up with the house and becomes like the house. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So he'd have to either climb or jump down into the yard.
and jump down into the yard.
Okay.
She's kind of guiding it, as though it's like hunting something. So if somebody sees it, it's just like, it's just a cat in the yard or whatever. But, and once it's in the yard, kind of survey, I guess, with an investigation. If cats even have an investigation.
Yeah, I think you get to keep. Do you get to keep your mental shit?
You get poop for brains.
That's
Well, no, he's like mental shit.
Okay.
Fucking
So you maintain the senses of the cat. I would say investigation's more of a mental thing. Because you're processing something. But if it requires you to see or hear, you'll have to use like perception, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So. So its perception is a +5, so I'll make its investigation +5 too. That'll just make it easy.
A 24.
24. Okay. You actually very similar experience, and it's almost sheer luck that you're just in a bush when you hear something rustling by. It's like walking the wall where it's dark. You turn to look to see what makes sound because it kind of freaks out a little bit, and then there's nothing there. But you see feet pressing into the ground as it's walking by. Outside of that, you see what he saw. 3 guards. Every once in a while, it goes up to 4. But generally, they're doing their thing. And you do see one on the roof. As kind of like Overwatch.
And then, would it hear anything from any of them talking? Or just basically...
You know, I mean, they're just shooting away. They're not talking about the employee or anything. They're just, you know, general shit. Sports. You know.
The effort.
Yeah, like, I mean... Oh, let's tell you.
You see them assholes play badminton
No.
today?
The York Dolphins are kicking ass this year. We don't, you know, whatever.
No, no doors, no windows open on this level.
No, I mean, the bottom door opens and closes periodically as guards, like, change out. Or, like, the 4th person goes back in. It seems like he's just checking in on the group. But nothing stays open. And nothing is readily and easily accessible.
Cat will, like, little pause, like, watching the door.
Are the guards playing Gwent?
No, the most they deviate from being aware is talking.
Guess the cat will attempt a stealth check.
Okay, what are you planning to do?
Try to slip in through the door when it opens.
Okay, this is gonna be really fun. I'm going to let you know later. You can tell that these people are aware. They're not gonna let a cat sneak in through. So you're good. You might be able to do it, but it's gonna be one hell of a roll.
That's fine. If it gets caught, you can dismiss it.
It's got a
That's
+4
okay.
spell. The DC's 25. So I'm just like, you just couldn't succeed.
It's not easy. They grab and interrogate the cat.
It like it's 10. It like meanders like to the door and then just boop, pops into the door, and then once it like I suppose it sees it has been seen, it'll disengage, and then Adrian will make it disappear once it is like out of their eyesight.
Okay, it does not see it go poof. So you went poof successfully without being seen.
So at that point, they're like, alright, well, hey, no security. You're any fucking cats that look weird out here. It's just, at this point, that's all it is. It's just a weird fucking cat. Did you guys see that? Now they can talk about something other than sports. For the rest of their shit.
Alright? You see some commotion, like somebody calls something out, the archer's attention turns that direction. You hear some people talk about, I can't find it, this stupid fox looking thing. Yeah.
Adrian will like come to in the alleyway, and she'll cast disguise self. Look like Rustle. Then changing for like a day. But she'll keep her same size. Just change her hair color, her ears to be human instead of elven. As opposed to being light brown hair, it'll be black. And her eyes, instead of purple, they'll be green. But she will kind of like walk across the front of the house because she like, okay, there's a lot of guards at this place, so it probably is this house. Hang on, I'm trying to think of good excuses why she's not.
Okay. Russell. we'll say 3 hours have passed at this point between the walking and talking and all that wonderful jazz. Anything you want to do at this point? While she's thinking?
Given the amount of time and the fact that they did not have a meetup point, he'd be going to Bears.
So you start heading there. You make it there successfully. I'm trying to remember, where was your place, Baylor? It was on the north side of the...
It's like the middle district. Like, he's modest, so he's not.
I'm trying to remember what side of the river was. Was it this side?
I thought it was the side closest to Ryan.
Okay. So that would be more than... That would probably be closer up here, actually near where Rooney lives. So it doesn't take you very long. It would normally take from all the way down there, all the way up there, 45 minutes to an hour. Half that, and
He'd look for any sign. Like when he's home, is it clear that he's home?
I mean, he'll have a light on and stuff, so yeah, it's there.
And then he'd just right up to the door and... Has anyone been far as decided to want to do to look more like?
I was like, no, I don't have my thing. I'm sorry. He will repeat.
that is the wrong response.
Russell's like, it's not him! Fucking runs away.
Just starts going ham. He will respond in kind and then go and open up the door.
Russell will immediately hold out a crudely drawn map with a dick on it. I drew it. It's canon. It's on there.
You get a little bored out there?
It's 3 hours, so...
That's a big place.
One guard. Gate.
Which location was it? Based on the shape and size, it was right here. And he has a map of the city in his house. He's like, here?
And Russell, like,
Yeah, right there.
and then he'll basically just... One guard pointing at the gate.
Yeah.
One guard just inside at the door.
Uh-huh.
That one patrolling. Gesturing in
Yep.
the front.
Yep.
Uh, 3 to 4 on the back.
Is anybody on the roof?
I think so. 'Cause he never got actual eyes on the one on the roof.
No, I mean, you could gather...
Especially after
Something.
that commotion, like, they probably just...
Oh, no, you know what? Actually, after that commotion, because the archer does call out, so you hear a
Okay.
voice from the roof. You don't know how many.
At least one on the roof. Probably a sharpshooter. Then, around here somewhere, there's something invisible.
Really? We can...
I don't think they're gonna hire our friend.
They might not, but...
They're not.
Okay. That's probably better for everybody.
Well, I'm just saying, like, looking at all these guards, it's just like, Russell don't fit in with these fucking dudes. It's just not a culture. What? Russell want? You know. Russell would. Oliver won't fit in with these people. It's a bad culture fit.
I think tomorrow evening we should probably go back, and I need to scope around with my pipe lift. Just to see what we can't. Or see maybe something that we can't see.
That's a good idea.
Did you see anybody go in or out of the compound itself?
They're just one of the ones out back.
They left?
Oh, like, oh, you meant in and out of the compound
Yeah.
itself.
There's no way to exit from the back.
And then any noticeable features inside that area?
It's a nice, like I said, nice garden. There's some little waterways. Almost picture like a Japanese Zen garden, if that makes things easier for you.
If there is a garden,
Homie's got stacks.
well, do we know who tends his garden?
Not yet.
Okay.
Russell's just
we need to possibly find that person and become friends with them.
Or become them.
That's what I meant.
Scary.
Okay.
Who the real disguise self.
Bayor
He's just wearing a little person skin, but there's clearly a beak.
you become Alec
Oh,
Baldwin.
it was like a hot mouth.
Yeah.
They catch you and they tell you to drop your disguise, and then you can just play the dude's face.
Have you ever seen the live action Silent Hill movie?
Yeah.
Or Pyramid Head rips that girl's skin off. That's drop your disguise.
This slurp was made it.
Mhm. Okay, so hey, did Adrian follow you? Do you know where? Did she go and help you at all? Oh, I guess she was working on it. So we have a bit of a plan. We have some more intel. We know where they're at. We know they are heavily guarded. And he's going to listen to
They're kind of assholes. I was just out playing for like a minute.
I don't know if they're necessarily assholes, but they guard someone probably pretty well, and they're probably paid really well for it.
Assholes.
Okay.
Fuck the bourgeois.
I should have never taught you that phrase. No. I think he was just reading aloud, like some article from somebody. Like, fuck the patriarchy. It's like, oh. It's like, there it is. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we have traveled a lot today. Yeah, tomorrow evening we can set off over there. That'll also give me tomorrow morning to talk to Decker about just Matthias in general, see if she knows anything about him. And also see if she knows Matthias is rustling Sal's feathers.
Was he able to discern the race of any of the guards? All humanoid, probably.
Yeah, humanoid. We'll say a half orc, an elf, a dwarf. You never actually got eyes on the guy on the top, so you don't know about that. And obviously, the invisible one you didn't see. So you don't know.
And so there's at least a half orc, an elf, a dwarf amongst the ground guards.
I think they prefer half human now.
What if the other half's elf?
Half human.
No, half orc, half elf.
Half
That's too many halves.
But it makes it cool. Okay.
All of those things rely on dark vision.
I mean, they never left the bright lit, so.
But what about bright light?
How was the light similar to like the street lamps, where it's just like it's the magic shit?
Spotlights.
Yeah,
Just
you know
straight
what?
electricity.
I'm gonna say yes because trying to keep them lit all day, all night is just a pain in the ass. It's this person has the means to.
Well, I mean, it would only take 2 pints of oil. Or a lantern.
They don't have whales.
True.
It's because
No.
they harvested all of them for all that oil.
With how rich he is,
No, yeah.
but it does serve as an advantage because he's not gonna splurge on the entire wall. That's why the lanterns are out, but the interior is lit enough.
Good information. You'll be able to make it home, okay? Alright. Okay. Well, Dax works tomorrow morning, so I'll see if I can catch up with him before heading to go see Decker, and then I'll meet you at the Velvet Room, I guess, again at sundown. And try to converge there.
Adrian.
Be safe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was good.
So Adrian, in her disguised self, will approach the front door.
gate.
The gate.
Front door of the gate.
What do you want?
I think it's you want.
No, it's not.
What is it? And she will cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Which is just a slurping sound.
Like, what do you want?
The verbal component. Exactly. No, that's.
What is the saving throw for?
Hold up.
Look up.
How does this work? What components does this shit have?
Verbal and somatic.
Yeah,
So her verbal and somatic component.
Yeah. What do you want?
What can I do to you?
The other guard inside patrolling by like.
Are you trying presenting herself like a mandrill? Alright, hang on. Okay. Rogue.
Let me in. Like, alright, lady, what the fuck?
Put the hot dog suit away. And
I'm worried I'm playing her too slutty, but okay. Intelligence. So
I mean, you know what weapons you have in your arsenal. Right?
13
Well, 13 what?
is the DC.
Wisdom or
Wisdom.
charisma.
I believe it's a wisdom.
Assume it's wisdom.
I'm not so sure, dude.
Yeah, wisdom saving. You would do so with an advantage if I was attacking.
You are visually attacking.
Something with sensibility.
Okay, what happens if you fail?
Nothing.
So he's not, he doesn't feel that he's been charmed in any way or anything like that?
Pretty sure.
Have you read the entire spell?
Enough of it.
No.
The parts I want to read.
I mean,
The only thing it says is when the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
right, but it can see you visually casting something, right?
I mean, if her verbal and somatic components were suggestive.
So yeah. So I would say the actual charming of a person is literally you're doing the charming. You're saying something suave. You're maybe like touching his shoulder or some shit like that. But
A little bit lower, probably.
Grabs him by the dick.
Just
but I am going to see.
I have to yell, "My knowledge guides you," and then your charm is, "What's up?"
Yeah.
No.
It's a shoulder touch. God,
Yeah, remember it's the.
I watched that with the girls a couple nights ago because they're very interested in the new one.
Oh man, we're going June 1st. Get your tickets.
Touch kids.
So it says charm person is both a spell without perceptible effect
Yeah,
and
you're
one that says otherwise, unless it says otherwise. Specifically, that person that failed the saving throw knows it ends. If the creature does not save in general.
Trying to roofie him, like does it in plain sight. She's like,
Doesn't have a drink. You fix him a drink. Like, here, have this water skin.
Oh, it's not Matthias's brand brew better than the best. That's guarantee. It's Bayor's best brew better than the best. That's my guarantee. A little more
Well,
alliteration.
you killed the alliteration,
if he suspects that he has been charmed,
Yeah, I'm gonna say because anytime someone passes a spell effect, we've always played it off as like they felt the kind of take hold and they fell.
V for Vendetta or not?
We'll say we'll make a general insight check on himself. Okay. He finds it odd.
He played himself.
He has a moment of attraction towards you, but it fades kind of quickly, and he kind of roll me an insight on him.
Okay.
no, she doesn't. She doesn't.
I was like-
It's like
He's the same
she's like this should have worked, and then when it doesn't, she's kind of like taken aback. So she's like thinking of an excuse that she's gonna have to tell him. So she fails.
Okay, she just leave.
No. She fails. She fails.
Couldn't work on that.
She fails her insight for him,
Okay.
and then so like straight fails it, and then she like tries to change tactics.
Look, bitch, you're not my type.
Well, who says? What about you says that you're my type?
You're coming on to me.
Well, maybe I just thought you were a tough crowd. I'm actually here to see the master of the house.
He snorts. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You want
imagine this. Imagine
Does he
this,
know?
imagine this, if you will. You're an upstanding citizen. Would you want your private business being made public?
Are you threatening him to a guard of the house?
No. I was just sent here.
You know what?
Listen, I'm going to be honest.
Come on inside.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Can we take a break now?
Take a break before Ryan has to roll a new character.
Yes, it is 9 o'clock, so we can take a break. And you were invited inside.
We just come back and like we see them carrying trash bags. Like,
There's a,
man, those look heavy.
there's a rolled up log with 2 people carrying
An
it.
Adrian.
Oh goodness!
I found this on the web.
Did you?
Alright, so, gates open.
Mhm.
He's motioning you in.
No. We'll start. Wait. She'll like actually pause outside the gate. I'm not in any sort of trouble, am I? I was literally just sent here as a congratulations.
I'm just a lowly god. Why don't you talk to the people inside? You can roll it inside if you want.
Get 45 in the back of the head.
Or 20.
Yeah, he definitely wants you in a place where you can't get away. But they're not sure. Well, I mean, you could probably assume you're coming from that.
Alright. Well,
Well, he's a kinky boy.
lead the way.
It's through the gate. There's the door. You can see it.
Go. Start walking in.
He'll shut the gate, follow behind you. He'll walk up to the door at the front door and begin whispering something in his ear. The guard nods, and he goes back to the gate. And the person at the front doesn't say anything, just opens the door and kind of motions you to follow.
Go on time.
They'll lead you to you'll go upstairs. We'll say you'll take a left, and then 2 doors down, you're in an office.
Okay.
And there you see a well-dressed man, dark hair, oily, sitting over some books and some paperwork. You see the person that lets you in write something on a notepad, hand it to him. He looks at it, he nods at him, takes a notepad, throws it in the fireplace. Not the pad, but the paper.
Oh, not the card.
Not the story.
The guard that is leading me in, does he have keys on him?
You make a perception if you want.
$13.
Nah, blah, blah, blah. None that you can see.
Everyone like look around the room. Your guards are very pushy. I didn't mean to make a fuss. I was just sent
Sent by whom? You never told me your name, by the way. I'm Matthias.
I'm Solon.
Solon.
Very nice to meet you. I was sent by those under the Sword Coast.
Hold on one sec. You'll do me a favor and make a deception check.
Don't bring someone into Don't bring someone into this.
You only know anything else.
Don't soul in your trousers.
You just...
19.
I thought it was like,
Okay.
I would feel bad.
I used to merely
That
call
wasn't
girls.
essential.
Well, really, a call girl would be a generous title for me. But an actual... Sorry, I'm just really nervous. And she looks like she's tearing up. And she's like,
Where do you work, Solon?
wouldn't necessarily call it work. But from underneath the Sword Coast, like meaning the Drow. As though like she is a slave sent from the Drow.
Okay, well, if you say underneath the Sword Coast, he's that you're gonna have to elaborate.
Okay.
He's just gonna
When she says underneath the Sword Coast, like to her, she's trying to like suss out like, does he understand code, speak, or? But when he's like, where? The Underdark?
And what do I owe the pleasure of having you up here?
My mistress has heard of your success here in Yartar, so she sent me to you. If I'm unwelcome, simply return me, and there'll be no questions asked.
He goes to the cupboard. He stands up from the desk. He goes over to the cupboard. Second, and he pulls out, I think, a bowl.
have some of this ish right
I was
here.
like, he just pulls out like a hot dog bun. Some mustard. Like,
You can't resist this. And she's like, yeah! Back into Adrian.
It's like, I know everything about you, Adrian.
And he just pulls out a fucking bomb. He's like, that's his detect magic.
Yo, we got some sweet Underdark hash. Let's burn down, girl.
some of them fungal folk.
Oh,
Oh my god.
God, if you came up with some fungus among us and like, we're gonna leave Yartar.
The last thing he sees is her going,
Let's
We go straight into Toe Jam and Earl.
Nice, that'd be fun. Get away from my girl! Let's go.
let's go. He turns into a core.
Okay. So you see him take some bones out, throw it into the bowl,
Oh, he's
And-
pulling a Reuben.
starts mixing it.
Okay.
Takes about a minute to do.
The human bones?
While he is distracted,
Mhm.
I'm in his office, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What
Me-
here looks expensive?
So here's that. just know he keep like you're sitting there and he has a bowl across from you. So he is distracted. You're all right, but if you try to wander, he's
No,
gonna
she's
see-
not wandering.
Okay. With that, yeah, I mean, there's stationery, there's like little statuettes that could look expensive. There's, you know,
His life.
I mean, there's nothing that just, there's not like a giant diamond sitting on the table, but you can kind of gather that everything
Like a
around here
diamond.
is,
With a big ass
would be
ruby.
pricey.
Ruby, Ruby.
No, an Elon Emerald.
What's that?
Elon Musk. Father's an emerald miner.
Is he? That's cool. He's pretty wow.
I was like, oh, that's where you get riches.
She has mage hand ledger made, so she can make it invisible.
Does that make the mage hand invisible?
The mage, yeah, for his class.
I can plant something on him, or I can take something.
Get wrecked, DM.
Yeah, I knew you could. I knew you could do that kind of stuff. I just didn't know it was invisible.
Yep. So what you can't see is it's doing this right in front of us.
One of these days, I'm going to introduce a baddie.
She'll take some stationery. While he's distracted, she will do a sleight of hand to take stationery.
Go for it. I'll have him roll a disadvantage, and you can roll. Well, do you want to roll advantage or him at disadvantage?
Me an advantage.
Okay.
You chose bowling.
He doesn't see it.
Sick. It was a night. It was like a 26.
He rolled that one.
So she'll like pocket some of his like stationery. Does like name or like a letterhead or anything on it? Like something to know that it was from him.
Minute goes by. Right. So you took something that has like a letterhead, is what you're saying. Okay. I thought for a second that you put something that let you know, let him know you stole something. I was like, why did we do this?
Like,
I go,
thanks.
it's okay.
And you're the one that, like fooled the investigator?
He looks at you and he says, "No, I don't think I care too much about who you work for."
You know, kind of like pause. And kind of look him over. Is it that he's seeing through her disguise, or is that she'll do an insight check to see if like she's made, or if he's just like, nah, like you're not my thing.
And then cave people.
A 15.
You don't know the specifics,
Mhm.
but he's much more guarded, and you get the sense that he doesn't trust you.
Listen, I'm really sorry to intrude on your business. I literally just told to come here.
By who
do you-
again?
I can't say her name.
Why can't you say her name?
She like looks around, and like at this point she would seem as though like, a little panicked. She has ears everywhere. If you think like being rich like keeps you safe from anything, she'll make you think twice.
Which one are you? Jessica or Adrian? Jessica, the other
She
number
like
two.
thinks about it. She'll
She's the one you're competing with.
she'll pause when he's like, just for Adrian. Which do you want me to be?
Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. You can tell Bianca that just like
Salvatore?
Thank you. Salvatore, the time's coming too.
Like when he says Adrian, she'll shed her disguise. Yep.
Out comes a hot dog.
Who said Bianca sent me at all?
I know the who's, and I know they're in a circle, and you're one of hers.
I am one of her. But also, maybe I have my own motives. You don't know me
You
from...
could, but you said you were sent by somebody, so.
I could just be lying to you.
Oh, I know you're lying to me.
What about... What?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take
You
it.
like... She curtsy up against the window.
He just smiles back. He goes, "It doesn't matter if you were sent to it or not. You still make a great mess." Dorian, the door opens, and the guard's standing there. "Please escort." Did you say which one you were?
No.
Okay.
She'll say, whichever one you want me to be.
Okay, that's fine. This fine young lady out. And do tell the guards that she's not allowed back in. Oh, wait. And he actually laughs at that. Let them know.
It was very nice meeting you.
Hmm.
Interesting trick with your bones. But she will leave with them, and if they like are looking at making a hostile move, arm
Nope.
thing.
One of the things you notice is you don't hear any talking in the house.
Okay.
They let you out. The guard at the door, well, that would have been, you assume it was Dorian, opens, makes a knocking noise on the side of the house. The guard at the gate turns and looks, comes out. Dorian hands him a piece of paper. The guard snorts, and it's like, alright, let's go.
With the piece of paper,
I mean, it's in someone's hand.
do they do anything else with it? Or like they throw it away, or they pocket it?
Well, right now, it's just the guard looks at it, and it's in his hand. So, if you were waiting until you see him, like, walking, it stays in his hands.
She'll try a sleight of hand.
Okay.
So she took some stationery. So she'll try a sleight of hand. She'll try a sleight of hand.
Okay. But as a reminder, he has read the note.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So she will kind of stumble and like catch his hand to steady herself and try to sleight a hand to exchange empty stationery with that.
Okay. Roll me sleight of hand.
And then just
A natural 20.
He's probably not going to beat it, but on the off chance.
Hang on one sec.
No, he doesn't beat it.
Okay. So it was a 25. So she like stumbles, catches his hand, the heels, sorry, and then like pocket the note that he had. It is written in his handwriting, correct? In Matthias's handwriting?
Yep. If you read it.
I won't read it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't read it yet. So on her way out, she'll like mentally note the knock, Dorian. And
No,
she
I'm
has-
sorry. It's not Matthias. It's Dorian's handwriting. Dorian is the one writing.
Okay, so she's got Dorian and a knock, and then Dorian's handwriting.
Yes.
Okay. And then Dorian. Cool. And then she'll be on her way. She'll be headed to Bears.
Okay.
To beers.
Mm-hmm.
Those beers.
so she got a little tipsy and burst.
The beers.
She will read the note once she is far enough away.
It just has either 2 words or 1 hyphenated word, blacklisted.
But it does not say a name. It doesn't say, it doesn't say Jessica or Adrian. It just says blacklisted.
No, you get the intent of it is this person in front of
Sure.
you is blacklisted. Yeah.
But we know what Jessica looks like. They don't.
That's fine. Yeah.
And Jessica, isn't she the one that just got turned into meat?
Yeah.
Did she get turned into meat? She just looks like meat.
I don't remember that happening, but
Yeah, it was Jessica and Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica got
Remember, Jessica was. They were competing until Jessica.
She is Jessica. She is Jessica to them.
no, that's me misremembering. Did I tell you the name of your number
Yes.
2? The other person that
You
you're
did,
riding
yeah.
with?
Jessica.
Jessica was the person
Got it.
until they died, and then you were trying to become the next number 1. Or Bianca's number 2.
Yeah. And you're competing with somebody.
Oh, is there another person?
I don't
Right.
Jessica.
She, like I said, the last downtime.
The very last one?
Yeah, Adrian had done enough to where now it's between her and one other person to be her lieutenant, like number 2.
Steven.
Rooney.
So I'm just gonna
Oh.
say you know the name. I'll tell you in a second. If it's in my notes, if not, I'll make a new one up.
Stat.
Anybody else got an ex-girlfriend?
And I got other
Sadie.
names you use, but no.
I got you.
I'm coming for you.
What'd you say?
I said Sadie.
Nope.
I would say Sarah.
That might get weird.
Dude, it's only gonna get weird if you make it weird.
Right.
It's your sister. It's
It's a
both of
common
y'all.
name.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Here you
Let's do it
go.
with Sarah with an H.
No, make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And you have to emphasize with an H every time.
Make it Laura.
Milton.
I can't say.
Laura
Oh.
Milton.
Yeah.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. Y'all,
Just
you
make
done?
it Vi. You can make V sounds, right?
No, she'll make her way to.
Okay.
V sounds.
So you go to Bayor's, and I think you're there right now, or
Well, we were coming up with a plan.
no, you
He's
get there
gonna
quick
leave.
enough that you probably was in and out before Adrian shows up. Okay, you're at Bayor's.
Bayor's just doesn't back up.
Yeah. It's that thing with Donald Duck where he's like, it's like they decided to answer back 5 hours later after the text you sent.
She'll knock. She'll knock in the way that, like, Dorian knocked on the side of the house, kind of rehearsing it in her head. But she'll just, like, you'll just hear a knock.
Nyla.
Oh, make it Nidalee.
That isn't a name.
It is.
Nidalee?
If you're gonna break Brian every time I say Nidalee, we're gonna say with Nyla.
No, Nidalee is a character in League of Legends.
Yeah,
He's a
like I
badass.
said, not a
Fair
name.
lady.
Not a name.
Okay. That's fine.
It's not League of Legends. Not real.
That's true. Ruby.
I don't think I've ever said that name out loud.
No, how about
Nidalee?
her name's Jessica? Let's just turn normal names, but make it an I instead of an A. Or a different vowel.
Jessica?
Jessica. Who is it?
It's me.
It's Adrian. I'm narrating as a DM.
He closed the door. No. You're alright. You look a little right.
I have been busy. I've met our friend Matthias face to face.
Oh, so you've been made. Not busy. You've been made.
Yeah. He knows some form of magic.
I have no doubt. How do you think he keeps his track so clean?
She'll like produce the stationery that she has that has like his name on it, and then this is from one of his cards, Dorian.
Would this be significant? Hand it back to you.
I mean, y'all might be able to use it in a significant way, but I don't.
No.
It's not like.
Well, the point is like, does he get that from a special stationery shop that I can go and investigate?
Okay, so the guard wrote it on the notepad. The notepad wasn't anything fancy.
Understood.
Now, you might have some of his stationery that you want to give him, but the note that says blacklisted is just some dudes.
No, they said stationery, right?
I'm just
He
clarifying.
took stationery from the
I-
desk.
yeah.
But the note that he just handed you, not part of that stationery.
Understood. I keep hearing the word stationary.
It's very quiet
this-
in that
no,
house.
like,
No
alright.
one speaks. I think this is just how they communicate, unless they're outside the house. It's the only time I heard any talking before I spoke with Matthias.
Okay, I was gonna say if they didn't talk at all, how did you talk to the main guy and get made?
No, he saw through my disguise. I'm still working on it, but he seemed to buy it enough.
Yeah, he didn't
At
know
first.
who you were until he did what he did with the bulb.
What did he do? How did he figure you out?
Some sort of divining magic. I was looking for something to implicate him. I got distracted.
What did he do specifically?
Bones in a bowl.
Can I make an arcane check to try to figure that out?
Hold on.
Can I have them help me since you should fucking know
Yes.
arcane now?
You can make. You don't have to.
Okay.
It's a spell from your spell list. It's already.
Perfect. Okay, he's casting divine magic. Is this person, did he have any sort of sigils or religious iconography around his place that you can recall?
A few statues.
Of?
Still trying to think.
Mundane nights, things that you would just expect in open. Nothing of any religious significant, even like angels and stuff wasn't on it. It's just
All kind
human based stuff.
of, all kind of tacky, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't
Hold on a
necessarily
second.
important.
Okay. Can I do a religion check to see if I know of a god that there's like vows of silence?
Yeah.
And knowledge, good.
Just yelling in her face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I'm like, as soon as Russell gets this information, he'll have a plan.
That's going to be. Religion is. Okay, that's a 19.
A lot of people can take vows of silence.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anybody will take a vow to abstain from something to show their faith. You hear that a lot from monks.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Specifically for a god,
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of one off the top of my head that would do that.
Okay, just want to double check. Okay. So you're blacklisted or can't go back in there.
Me or Jessica?
Okay. Well, Jessica's dead.
Oh, that's right. He called me Jessica.
I meant to call you Nyla.
Not. He called me Nyla.
It was Nyla.
The other person I seek to supplant.
I guess it would be your strategy to supplant them and not just remove them.
Not a murderer.
No, I just don't think you have the metal.
Well, do we know of anybody who is a good forge artist? And she like hands over Dorian's handwriting.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. What race was Dorian?
We'll say human.
Daytona.
And this is stationery that can be plainly found in his house.
This is. Now he'll take the stationery and look at it. Does it look significant?
It's new. Like, the type of paper... Well, actually, you're going to have to roll for this.
That's fine.
Do you have a forgery kit? Or I would say maybe a high DC of investigation.
Okay, I'll have to investigate. I don't have a forge kit, so.
Okay.
My knowledge guide me. $28.
Some sort of exotic paper that's been brought in and sold recently.
Okay.
With your passive, you could probably assume Matthias brought it with him into the city.
Understood.
We could comb the morgues, find somebody who's recently been murdered, forge this man's handwriting, and get the police looking at him.
Say that one more time. Find someone in the morgue and do what?
Let's say Oliver was murdered, and she'll point to the note that says blacklisted,
He gets very serious.
and she'll Oliver, point to the note. What if this man Dorian ordered a hapless, faceless soul in the morgue to be murdered?
Something that
And we can tie him to it.
Something we have to understand, okay, is we can't get a guard. We can't implicate a guard. We can't just get a guard. It has to be Matthias. Because there's always a degree of separation if we don't get him specifically.
And that's fine. We won't get him specifically.
It's not fine.
We'll get somebody else's eye on him. Not just ours. We don't have enough resources.
No, I know that. I'm going to talk to Decker in the morning. Russell's already been by. He's been by the house.
Okay, well, I was in the house. These are the things I saw.
Uh-huh.
These are the things I retrieved. Moving forward, I think a good plan would be to remove this Dorian man was more than a guard.
Did you understand that this person, what was he, his lover or something?
Could have been. It didn't find me attractive at all. It's weird.
Her vanity's gonna have us undone.
Check her hair out. He's like,
This is a scenario where hubris will be your undoing, and that's okay. That's a lesson you'll have to learn. But I need you to focus up.
well, like I said, no one in the house spoke. This Dorian was the only one to seem to have a name other than Matthias. I didn't hear him speak any other guard's name. They seem very familiar with each other.
Did it look like there were any gardening tools inside the house?
I just went upstairs, like, still think about it.
You know,
Like,
you were paying
to the house.
attention, right?
Who would keep full gardening tools in the house and not in the shed?
Why would there be dirty gardening tools in a nice house?
It wouldn't be dirty gardening tools, but if this person is a man of focus and sheer will, he probably will do his own thing, and we are needing just the slightest slip up.
Yeah, and I say frame this Dorian for the slip up. But that's just me. I've had a very long day and night. They'll probably come and scalp me in my sleep.
How did you get this paper? And he'll be referencing the note.
This paper?
The note.
Stole it from Apple's garden. They weren't paying attention.
Do you think that just by chance they may have looked at the paper before they discarded it?
The guard didn't even have a name. He's probably not that smart.
Oh, he didn't have a name tag?
No.
Oh, okay.
No name tag. He's arbitrary.
Tomorrow, I'm going to take my pipe
Okay.
and go around the wall at sundown.
I like them to have like more heavily guarded.
That's fine, but at least we can try to figure out if anything magical is around.
There's plenty of magic. It didn't take him long to cast that spell.
Did you understand he was casting a spell in front of you? Uh-huh.
Hubris, as it were.
Understood, yes. At least you're there.
He's like, as soon as he saw through his guys.
So,
It's like boom.
Oliver's not going to be a guard at this person's...
No.
Absolutely not. One met the guard.
Yeah,
saw that they're like,
Oh.
Best part, I'm standing up. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? I can't.
no,
let you in."
but we're gonna break in and Oliver's in there in the uniform. We're like, he's gonna try to talk to us. It's gonna be great.
Adrian will be like, suppose, just listen. And she will kind of spin the yarn of us finding a dead person in the morgue,
Yes.
placing the hit via Dorian on stationery that could be found in that house.
Yep.
Which would allow, of
Yep.
course, investigators to come in.
Okay.
It's a bit extravagant. But
I would assume you would have no other plan other than one of great panache and...
Who has the stationery in it? Make a wisdom saving throw.
is it listening to us?
Hold on the hammer.
Wisdom?
Is he gonna scry on the station?
It is.
That went all over the fucking place. And I rolled a 6.
We've all been made.
That's my fucking name.
So,
He's bluffing.
Don't worry about it. Aaron's like, who's bluffing? Him!
God.
The guard's now sitting with Matthias' stationery in his hand. He's like, I don't know how he's like, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, someone took my paper.
And it's just a thought. It's something that I had to piece together as I was being escorted out to possibly be played.
Remember, you once said this is not a now problem. Think about it for a little bit.
Just wanted to help.
Your want to help is fantastic. Your rashness at the fear of mutilation is not.
Sure. Well, hey.
Hey, fight or flight, I understand.
I produce results. I'm not sure what Russell did, and thank God we didn't send Oliver in. So
Russell's there.
Russell's at the window.
He's just always at a window.
He's always watching, man.
Oh my
Take
god.
that for real.
Yep, trust that I'm always watching.
I'm able to know. I know his face. I know what he sounds like.
Hold up. Can you show me?
So describe him.
Show me.
Describe him better.
Greasy hair is dark.
Insight check.
Well, actually, you don't know.
No, they went in as disguise, and that magic found him out.
Do you know she knows this guy's self?
I know that she knows how to disguise herself. No, that's fine. That's fine. You're right.
But still, insight check.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a sec. You have not let me in on the fact you can change, right? Forget that then. I thought you explained that you went in looking like somebody different. You told me you found out like your disguise.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, never mind. She won't.
Hold on. Am I?
No, you're not
It
wrong.
was
You're
big
not
enough
wrong. Where it could just be like he was wearing a disguise.
And that's fine. If that's how you played
Okay.
it, then that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm like, you told me you just changed disguise. He used magic, found you out, and then you dropped the disguise. But it's fine if it wasn't.
Still roll
like that.
insight.
Yeah, you realize the hot dog has no bun right now.
A 9.
No, it's fine. Okay, so you describe him, and I'm like, great. Can you describe him tomorrow?
I think so.
Dax is a very good artist.
So, okay.
I think it was on his list of stuff he wanted.
I rolled a 30 investigation. I got everything I wanted.
And he's a good forager. This Dax.
Forager or forger?
Forger.
He didn't find the
She'll actually go forager? Sorry.
He is going to go and pour you a glass of wine. Sit down for a second and just relax. I understand you're flustered. This is something... We have a forger. It's Rustle. He's the best forger I've ever seen.
I know he can sound the
Oh yeah, I have. It wouldn't have just been like in this interactions.
Just for the record, he doesn't have a forger's kit. It's just his Kinku ability makes him excellent.
Right. Well, what would happen is I'd be like, "Oh, what was that?" And then you just did this, and this is actually pretty good just on the fly. So I'm like, "No, you could try to do that."
Well, plus, if he
or I would
knows
trust
about Kinkus in general.
Right.
Yeah.
I would trust in your abilities to be able to mimic what you see.
She will try a performance as well to mimic Matthias' voice.
Do I know you can disguise them? Not yet.
I don't think so.
Okay. We're sitting on a gold mine.
Well, that's the thing. Russell can also only mimic up to 5'3" or down to 3'3".
No, that's fine.
So maybe the dwarf.
A 14 performance.
I mean, you get some of his cadences and stuff. It's not exact.
What are you trying to do?
Sound like him.
Sound like him. What? What? What are you doing?
Yeah, she's like,
Drop the pants, baby.
yeah, and she's like, it's close. It's kind of what it's.
Why don't you get Russell to help you?
That's the goal. I was rehearsing it, so I didn't lose it in the morning.
I think we all need a little sleep. What is it, like 2 in the morning? 3 in the morning?
She'll
Some random vague time, but we know it's darkness still.
yeah, thanks for the wine.
Sure.
She'll get up and leave. She has the stationery with her,
Be safe.
but yeah, she'll head in.
Yeah, no, stationary back to Adrian.
She'll leave the note with you. The blacklisted one.
He'll pin it up on the wall. Might be looking around the map like it's really there. That
Some yawn.
Penny Sylvia.
Alright. Cobains?
yeah, he's got Salvatore, Bianca.
You're good for the day? What's in?
Yeah, Oliver would have gotten back to the barracks and asked to be put on guard shift tomorrow if he was working in the Wild.
Okay.
I was like, hey, yeah, it would be nice for Smoke to, be able to stretch his legs in the park a little bit. And it's been a couple weeks since I've been able to patrol over that way.
I'm not opposed, just especially with you catching that one guy with that lance. Just please don't skew a noble.
Well, I mean, the hope is I get to have a nice relaxing day because I was out a little late tonight. So maybe just an easy day. Do me some good.
Not opposed. Enjoy it. Don't skew a noble.
Yep.
Y'all good? Alright, next one. Not long rested.
Yep. Bear's gonna wait for Dax in the morning.
Okay, Tax shows up.
Good morning. I
What's up, boss?
have an assignment, if you don't mind.
Iowa.
Well, I'll just be blunt. Do you know what Matthias Hunt looks like?
No, I've been, no, I don't.
Do you mind sketching out something I tell you?
Sure.
Okay. He'll explain what he looks like.
What would that be?
Well, sleight of hand normally is what you would do if you're going to draw something.
Well, right, but
Or-
you're going to have to explain someone that you've been told the description of.
Could I do a history check then?
Yeah, that will.
To try to...
But know this, it's going to be a disadvantage because you haven't actually seen the person and there's no way for
Sure.
you to correct if he's doing it wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I would put that together most likely and say, someone's going to come here. Actually, no. Do you work tonight? Meeting at the Velvet Room.
Yeah. See us.
Talk to Adrian. Have her describe to you what Matthias Hunt looks like.
Okay.
You can have an extra hour on me. And then... Do you know, or have you heard anything about anybody going in and or out of Matthias's place other than his guards?
No.
Do you know who tends his garden?
Look, man, I can try to find that information out for you, but
That'd be great.
I don't know everybody's garden, you know.
I understand, but those people higher up, they have somebody who literally tailors on their pants in the morning, so they might have a special person.
Yeah,
So
we'll take a look.
If you can work on that for me today, that'd be great.
You want me to leave the place untended? Flip the sign closed while I go out and look?
Yeah, just tell them leave a note, and we'll get to it in 3 days because it'll be like the weekend or whatever after today. So, so he'll ask to do that investigatory stuff today.
So, let's do. All right. We'll have him roll an investigation check. So he's proficient, so that's +2, and I'll say he has an average intelligence, so
Sure.
we'll say 14.
Yeah.
So we'll do, that would make it a +4. So if you want to roll D20 at 4.
Can I guide him for just one?
No,
Or take
because
too
this is the investigation. It's going to take
long? Throughout the day.
longer
Yeah,
than-
that's fine. That's fine. God, please help Dax.
Sorry, man. Please help him, please help him, please help him.
That's a 13 on the die.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll go and try and find him, and then throughout the day, he is going to go after. Excuse me. After speaking with Dax, he's going to go and see if he can talk to Decker.
Okay.
So, going to go to the old police place, and then we can do that at whatever time people do their thing. If
We can go ahead and keep
That's fine. If we're still going for it, that's all good. Going to go ahead and go into the precinct most likely because she's probably working because she never stops effectively. And then he's going to have picked up along the way like a Danish or something, like a muffin or something like that. So presumably like a coffee type thing for them. And then he's going to go into and try and find her in her office or at her desk or whatever.
Yeah, she's that.
So he'll
Doing paperwork.
he'll set it down. Good morning.
God sent. She'll take it and drink it.
Set the little pastry down as well, and then he'll cheers.
Too many carbs. Maybe Carmichael like that.
Yeah, maybe he would. Sadly, I didn't poison this one, and he'll just set it over on Carmichael's desk while he's away. Do you know anything about Matthias Hunt?
No, but we sure are trying because there's enough iffy deals going around that we're not very sure he's on the up and up.
What if I told you I knew someone who got inside yesterday?
I would ask you if they did it legally.
They did.
Alright, well.
It's all above board so far.
I mean,
I said what I said.
did they see him witnessing? Did they witness him doing any crimes or anything?
Not if you, not unless you think divination is it's a crime, but I don't think it is right now.
No.
If you say that there are things that are not on the up and up, can you point your favorite investigator to some of the spots where there may have been less than honorable deals?
She mentions a couple of businesses where the business owners just are missing. Then she's also mentioning a couple of places where the business owners are now looking for Matthias, and when asked about it, they kind of clam up, like they're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
But the amount he's buying, and as quickly as he's buying, in the short amount of time he's been here, it just doesn't
Doesn't make any sense, right?
unless he's one hell of a talker.
What if I told you he has divine favor?
There's a handful of people that have divine favor.
Well, he may be one of them.
We'll keep it in mind.
Well, it's something that I think he has either the foresight or literally help of a higher calling that's keeping him out of reach. Do we know where he came from?
No, I mean, we don't have a legitimate reason to
Investigate him, right? Yeah.
We're just not stupid.
Yeah. Well, not all of you.
He's like, don't be mean to Bummer.
Okay. Well, you gave me some good leads. I don't want to expense this out unless we find something, but do you know if I had the ability to give you evidence that Salvatore called, and he'll be very hush-hush about this, like leaning real close. If I had Salvatore in an incriminating spot, would it matter?
Well, it depends on how incriminating.
It's a little loose, but
Then
it's a place to start.
I would keep your mouth shut.
I think so. Okay, I just want to double check.
His loyal will. I mean, you have to define a little loose, to be completely honest with you, but if you're just telling me it's loose and you're you, I'm going to say he's got a good loyal
Yeah,
to get out of it.
Yeah, I agree. If I could have his literal voice speak, ordering someone to do something nefarious, would that matter?
That's going to be tough. I mean, magic can reproduce it. Are you talking about a magical effect?
No.
Then we would... It would be tough.
Okay.
How do we know that the... I mean, specifically what we talking about? It's not magic. I don't know how...
It's not magic. It's
just
We'll talk about it later. It's not worth going into right now.
Technically, it's a curse, so it's kind of magic.
He would say, in not so many words, it's someone who can't talk normally, but they can repeat anything.
Chill.
everyone needs to just quit being like, it's Rustle. Rustle. He's the one. Rustle. Just
She'll look at you and she'll be like,
He trusts Decker pretty implicitly, though.
We prefer it was explicit.
you're probably going to need more than that.
That's fine. Hey,
What if he makes it up?
no, I understand.
Well,
It would be difficult, but
no.
no.
Russell's going to be at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, no, I know.
Or river.
Yeah.
Concrete shoes.
What's concrete?
It's this new thing where they mix. You could see the alchemist. In
Sleep. Okay. All right. Well, you've been a big help. Thanks. Hope you enjoy the coffee.
Good.
as soon as he woke up, Russell would be
back at the south side of the wide, and he would be attempting to come from within the park to a spot at the edge of the wide where he could just kind of dip into a shrub
Okay.
and remain hidden, and then just sit there and watch the front guys.
So the wide itself is fairly busy during the day. So hiding in a shrub all day is going to prove fairly difficult. You might not be seen by the people that you're trying to hide from, but there might be people that notice you in a shrub.
What you doing in there, mister?
Could you give me that?
Yeah.
Are any of these buildings particularly tall? Like taller than his 3-story?
No, nothing's taller. There's some that are equal heights and such. Alright, are you talking about more around
Any
here?
with a chimney?
Or chimney?
Actively billowing smoke?
Yeah, a lot of them would have it. Most of these people have fireplaces.
He would try to post up on one of these roofs with a chimney near the smoke, and utilizing his cloak, just being visible
Okay.
within the smoke.
It is the middle of the day. How are you going to get up there?
Through one of the alleys, and excellent timing.
Okay. So you do know, like, this is gonna be a little more tricky because you don't have the light, like no light to help you. You got guards in here. You got people on the streets. So you're pretty good at what you do, but this one's gonna be difficult. Now you might have a better time. Oh, you could do that, or you might have a better time of
This is Birdman from
He just runs into the alley. Where the fuck did he go?
Need your bennies.
You can use Ninja Dust, or your other options is you could get on the other buildings that are not, and try to look from across
Could you
the
just
street.
take the eyes of all the onlookers?
Actually,
You know what I'm saying?
he's gotten a good idea of what the entire back looks like. He'd try to dip around the back here into this little alley, and then get up onto this
Okay.
roof with
So
the
that-
chimney,
that's
so he can
more
keep an
reasonable.
eye on the front.
Yeah.
And then just he'd be hanging out
Let's
there
do it.
the entire time until he sees somebody else from the
melon
game, just keeping an eye, patrols,
Yeah.
just
That's too cool.
Make
ins and
it.
outs, seeing if he can ever see who he might think is Matthias come in and out, anything like that.
Make a perception check. I will say also you can make it at disadvantage. You make it at advantage because you're there all day doing it.
Okay, so that's a 16.
16? Okay. Two people walking on the front. Okay. You only saw one because you were doing it quickly last night. You just walked by and looked through the fence. One person at the gate, one person at the door. You only ever see one person on the roof. Curtains are closed. Every once in a while you'll see one open to clean the windows and then shut again. But this, from the distance you're at, and it's hard to tell, like, to get any inside features from that distance as quickly as it takes for somebody blocking the view cleaning. So
Yeah, he would just be watching the any dwarf on the day patrol that he can see. I mean, I imagine that one was in the back.
yeah, I'll say yeah. I mean, and it's the same one.
Is it close enough? Has he gotten close enough to that dwarf to where he could potentially disguise himself as them successfully? Like when he was watching from the back, did they ever get close enough to his vantage point?
You were gonna say this. Disguise himself as the door.
Yeah, I'll say yes because of your you being able to duplicate and mimic things. You have a very good memorization ability, so I will say yes. You could do look like him if you wanted.
Dope. Oh, yeah, and then he's posted up. He's watching. He's waiting.
Okay. All of it.
Would do his normal routine, get up early, go for a run with Smoke, stop by the ladies' hall before going on patrol, make a small offering to tear and say it's like morning prayer routine, and then go to the wide and begin patrol, riding atop smoke with kind of lance slung over his shoulder.
Okay.
He would be trying to, during patrol, when he gets down towards the south side, see if he recognizes any unfamiliar guards, private guards. He's patrolled over here before. Not often,
When was the last time you patrolled over here?
and probably a couple weeks back.
Okay. So this guy, they've been in this place for about a month. Okay. So the last time you were here, you saw that person. They were pretty new. The first time you were there. That makes sense.
Oliver, having not introduced himself previously, now is thinking he's going to be clever.
Okay.
So as he kind of rides by, he'd kind of pass and take a look, and then trot a couple few feet further, and then stop on Smoke and kind of turn on the saddle and look. Smoke, let's go over there. Trot up to the gate. Hey! How are you?
Dandy.
Like, your name's Dandy?
No, I'm answering your question.
You asked how, not who.
That's fair. You guys new here?
Yeah, we've been here for a month.
Cool. I'm Oliver. I'm part of the town guard.
Hi, Oliver.
I don't patrol around here often, but sometimes, and I like to introduce myself to other like-minded individuals. Those part of protecting people. Just make sure we're on the same page, same team. So if you ever need anything, just give a shout.
He gives you 2 thumbs up.
You're in a pretty ritzy part of town too. Someone important.
Even from across the street, that's interesting.
And they're just leaning in. It's like, no, don't do it, don't do it. He's like, see why you're a beat cop, not a detective.
Yeah, no, I'm not that smart. Like, those people can, they would already know that answer. I tend to have to talk to people.
He'll chuckle. It's like, yeah, someone important.
Cool. Do they, what do they do? I mean, there's some mages down, and, he'll point across the wide to where, the mage row is. There's some mages down that way. Is he, a mage?
No.
Are you gonna make me, will you tell me if I guess it right?
No.
Come on, man. I'm, part of the guard.
No.
You're Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Well, can I meet him? I'd like to know who I'm helping protect as part of a citizen of the city.
I don't think he'll be interested in meeting a guard, but if you want to give your name and information, I can pass it along.
Yeah, I'm Oliver
He's a
Kithkin.
busy man. He's like, oh, you're actually giving me.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
bit-
Oliver Kithkin with the city guard, which I've already said. I'm kind of here on, I guess, leave from what I typically do, which is travel around with one of the Kith caravans. But it pays okay, and I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you guys ever need some additional help and I can do some stuff on the side, take up extra patrols or whatever, I mean, I'd be happy to do so. I don't know, do you guys interview for that kind of stuff, or is it just you gotta look tall and mean?
What are you trying to say?
Well,
I'm just giving you all the time.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm from the town. I was just hired to guard the outside of the house.
well, I'm just saying, if you
I'm
guys,
just telling you, I wasn't part of this group originally.
I mean,
All those people stay inside.
well, if you guys ever need an extra person helping on the outside, that's cool. I don't necessarily need to get involved in the inside if all the people do is stay inside, because that makes me feel a little cooped up. Unless
I'll
you
be
guys want
honest with you. I'm not gonna pass your name to him. That means we're
Okay.
splitting the group pay one more way, and we don't really need to do that. But if one of my friends kill over, we got backup.
I mean, you want to send one out here and I can fight him real quick?
You, the town guard, just gonna kill a random person.
Not kill, but you know.
I'm not
I was trying to be funny. I can't really figure out like people's sense of humor here, man. Like
I
you wouldn't
can't help you with
believe
that.
what happened a couple months back. We found a person named Billy. Now get this, was a satyr. What do you think I said?
You found a guy named Billy that was a satyr.
Yeah, Billy Goat. Oh, they were pissed. Immediately
you
tried to kill
called him a Billy.
Yeah, no. Looking back on it now, probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. But, yeah, I mean, you know, just been here almost a year now. Stopped a couple cults. I got some credentials. Just saying.
We're
Anyway,
still splitting the paycheck.
you have a good day, Dandy. Got my eye on you.
If you were any good at insight, you would see a piece of his soul die. But you're not, so
And then Oliver just...
you just hear the sigh.
Well, he would continue his patrol.
Okay. Just like, at least it's not a piece of trash vagrant.
Probably every third pass he would stop back by to talk to Dandy.
Alright, at a certain point, he'd be like, fuck off.
Are you telling the town guard to fuck off?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
He'll linger there.
Do you have to? Do you
Huh?
have to let it linger?
Oh.
And he'll just be watching. Hey, it's kind of neat. Like, I can just do this. And I'm already getting paid.
You can watch the back. That's where people are gonna if they're gonna try to be nefarious.
Then why the fuck are you out front?
I'm a deterrent.
Who the hell are you deterring? If they're gonna go into the back anyway.
Little shits and hoity-toity women and whatever you are.
Oh, so you're not one of the important ones. I got it.
Hence why I'm getting paid outside.
Cool. I'm getting paid outside
You
too.
wanna go out back?
No, not really.
Make sure nobody sneaks up that way?
No, my patrol is actually around the wide, not behind the houses. Now, if I do see someone
So
while
you're
I'm
not in
patrolling,
your patrol area.
he'll kind of look. So you see this area that's out in front of the
over
wide.
there. You're not patrolling inside the wide.
I'm patrolling in the wide area. Now, if you were part of the town guard, you would actually know what our
Where's your
patrol routes are.
sergeant?
Seraph. Yep.
You gotta go full cannon on you. Will you get Sarah for me?
No.
Checks his watch. How much longer is this?
It's like, fuck.
I mean, you got my name. If you want, you can go to the barracks. Don't worry. I can do your job.
I don't think you can.
Okay. He'll linger for like a good 30 more minutes before he goes, yeah, the front of this place is kind of boring. I'll see you on my next pass, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
We're off.
He's just like, I hate my job. This has been a rough 12 hours.
If Oliver catches up with one of his friends, one of his other guardsmen, he'll kind of try to let them in on like just pissing this dude off. Like, hey, there's something about this guy that I just don't quite like. And he kind of a little bit of a dick to me. I mean, just next time you pass by, like, introduce yourself and say, like, you know, hey, Dandy, it's nice to have you in town or something.
Okay. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Russell would have left a note on the front of his door, or other Wilker's door, with a little dick that looks just like this. And even
What?
a little dick. It's on his map. He drove the.
Okay.
So in the event that anyone was looking for him, they would have a little dick picture, and by that, Bayer would understand what that meant.
What about Adrian? What you got?
She would have went home that night and slept. And then up in the morning, she would summon her familiar just to have it out for the day. She would go to where she had put the stationery, and then make sure like it's still there.
Hmm?
And then she'll go to Bayor's, like after she's like eaten and gotten dressed.
He's not there.
Yeah, your homeboy ain't there.
And is anybody there?
Nope. Sign says closed.
She'll go to the morgue.
Okay. They don't just. Sadly, they're not gonna let you in the board. I mean,
Try
you can
pers-
try to talk your way through if you
Yeah,
want.
she'll try persuasion.
What do you? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's illegal for you to go in there, so you're gonna have to.
Really persuade.
Bayor told you what he was going to do. Told me not to be rash, but
Understood.
Here I go being rash.
Not only did he tell you what he was gonna do, he gave you some advice that you're also ignoring.
But we're gonna have a ball. Go ahead, Waldo will see you
Well, he's gotta get in the water.
on a slab.
she'll try to persuade them to let her in, saying that one of her friends is missing and that she has been hearing tales from a city guard that there are rotting gnolls on the outskirts of the city. She wants to just make sure they haven't ended up in the morgue.
Have you found a missing persons with the guard?
They just
This is
didn't.
like the first place to come in those situations. And they could be a lot more help actually looking.
I have to know. I did submit one last night. Is there any way that it could be let in? Just to see. I'll be in and out, and I won't speak a word of what I see in there.
What's your friend's name?
Drop my name.
And this will be a deception.
Brian Walsey.
There's not a body.
Got it. No.
Okay.
My friend's name is Oliver Kithkin, and he is a guard. And I hadn't heard from him, and he's the one who's been telling. He's a regular at the bar that I work at, and I have to make sure that he's not the one that's in there. I just haven't seen him, and I haven't heard from him in a few days. $17.
Your friend's fine. He got told to the wide. He's patrolling the wide right now.
So he's. Oh, thank God. Okay.
I rolled a 9. Yeah, he knows where you're at. He was at the debrief this morning.
Nice.
I had to make sure, and I know I was
When
being
does
paranoid.
anyone not know where Oliver's at?
Is there any?
Well, you know how like police stations, like they all
Yeah.
get together and it's like you guys got this street, you guys got like this area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to what he's saying?
About
He's been talking about these gnolls whose skin's been rotting off. Something sounds really ghastly.
well, he was also talking about an alligator once. It turned out to be a log, so it's hard to tell.
Well, I mean, there's some merit to what. I helped him stop 3 cults. She'll try persuasion. She'll try to like butter this person up.
Okay.
Waldo butters this person up.
Hey, she mentioned. I gotta get my perception.
Would you like me to screw up?
A 13.
It's been
13 persuasion.
Okay.
It's been.
And he's a pretty brave little investigator, and there's just part of me that does want to help him in order to keep him safe. So,
I mean, the wide is a pretty safe route. Well, what happens there?
oh yeah, that's where the rich people are. She'll try one last persuasion to kind of work, like, move her way in. I'm just wanting to help him with this Knoll investigation.
I thought you were looking for him.
I was, because he was looking for Knowles. She's like, "Fuck, I was looking for him,
Pound.
and now that he is found, just any sort of, I don't know, just want to help him investigate. Just want to help him investigate this case, and maybe he won't have to stick his neck out and be in dangerous situations."
Why the Knowles who did this?
Why don't you?
Exactly.
Well, now that there's not an emergency, why don't you just come back with all of the?
You know what? I will. You said the wide? Sure. Thank you for your time, and thank God he's safe. I just don't know what I would have done otherwise. She will start thinking her way where Oliver would be.
She trips over and I'm like, no. It's on the way out.
It's just like after every roll, you forgot to send the
Bitch. It's just like, oh god.
Then the lie changes. I'm with my friend. He's up.
Have you seen Oliver? Have you seen his family's killers? It's like, what? Your peoples are very much dilated. They're like, oh no.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to do before we fast forward tonight? We're gonna go one more time around the table.
No, I got you. So, talk to Decker. Yes. Interestingly enough, Bayor would go to the morgue to figure out who the people were that died, like the shop owners. So he might even run into Adrian if it happened at the right time. Like they pass each other, but they don't see each other.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't tell you this when she was giving the information. So these people, like, this is not all at once, like last week type situation. This is over time in the month that they've been here. So
Understood. No, that's fine. That's fine. So if that's the case, that'd be all good.
now you got people you could question if you want.
I think you said disappeared.
Disappear.
I also did say that. This is a good point.
He would then go and try to talk to the shop owners.
Okay.
They're like, hey, you work for Matthias. How's that going for you?
Okay.
And then if they don't glean anything, he'll kill them. Just go ham.
So you do go to one. Well, you can go to both if you want. But how do you want to approach that? I mean, outside of just say
Private investigator. Gaylord. Sorry, Bayor. I was like, yep, Gaylord. That's what was in my head. Private investigator. I can't say that word. Bayor.
Automatically.
You're going to clam up. You're going to get tense. I know what's happening. And I know who you work for. I know they have eyes and ears everywhere. But we are trying to make sure that any sort of information that could possibly be help us investigate a potentially shady individual is gleaned.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Sketch list is what you get.
Yeah.
Family, kid means the words to him. The imagery is there in danger when you look inside a soul. And
Yeah.
He's got to do that.
Yeah. Yep. How often do they visit you?
But man, you gotta go. You can't be announcing that you're probably been around. You gotta go.
Okay.
Like I need to leave.
I will. Understand, this was your opportunity to stop all this,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't do it. You didn't sleep.
Okay.
That's the first one. If you can go to a second owner.
This one looks like a botanist. Has a bunch of gardening tools. Lots of exotic looking plants.
Hello there.
Hello. Alright, 657.
I'm doing some research and wondering if you can help me.
Okay. Do you want to think about it while we go around the table?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's going to come down to our role anyways. Well, that's fair. Yeah, let me think about the botanist for a moment and then come back to me.
You, before you tell me if you want to do anything you want to do, some point in the day, you do see people enter and exit the front of the compound. You do see someone that roll me an insight.
That would be a dirty 20.
Okay. You do see someone that fits the description. Not necessarily a description, but you could see being a gardener. They've got dirty clothes, like knees that are like dirty where they've been in the dirt. That kind of stuff. Leave the compound. And a handful of people come and go throughout the day.
What does a gardener look like?
We'll say elvish. We'll say wood elf. Darker skin. Bald head. Like I said, the actual gardener himself. Yeah, that's the trap sheet. It is an elf, so we'll say 5 feet plus 2 inches. I ordered D10. Short little guy.
Little toothy.
He sees that person exit, makes note of the direction they start walking, and then scampers back down into the alley, and then he goes to follow that person.
It's enough for someone trained like you.
And he would follow them basically to wherever they're going and make note of their dwelling, if that's where they're going.
You see them hit a couple shops. They're buying things. Some of it's something to maintain some tools, some seeds, things like that. This is not at the same time, but at one point they go through the shop he's at. You don't know this yet, but I'm sure you'll compare notes. Buy some stuff from there, and then is starting to head back towards in the direction he was coming from.
He would also try to stay close enough to where he could pick up some recordings.
That's the same word.
Almost even better.
Mhm.
Neat. And then they go back to the compound. Alright, now as soon as he sees that they're going back, then he would just get back up into his post and wait.
Okay. You good, or want to keep going?
Give me one more person.
Okay. Right. Oliver. At one point, you see your
I'll work at
friend
tomorrow's got stuff.
talking to the guard, and the guard's giving him a hard time about loitering.
Is he loitering?
You see the guard you talked to
Yep.
about the guy, and he's giving the guard a hard time about loitering, and he's like, "This is my job. I get paid to be here." Just doing you a solid.
Or get a chuckle and like just continue his general patrol, actually looking and keeping an eye out for anyone that's causing trouble.
Okay. It's a wide state.
Yeah.
Not many people.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Unless someone else interacts with Oliver, he's
to real.
just patrolling around, does his slow roll every now and then past Dandy, and
Cool beans. Adrian?
After she leaves the morgue, she'll start making her way to where Oliver would have been patrolling.
There you go. So you got somebody that can.
oh hey,
I'm just thinking.
Hello.
what's up?
I'm just glad to see you're not mauled by Knowles.
Why would I be mauled by gnolls?
I may or may not use your name to try to get my way into the morgue, but don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, yep.
That's not important, right?
It's not important right now. What is important is
Russell's like, hey, you know how I feel.
Oh my god.
Patrolling the wide and aggravating Dandy.
Russell's on the roof.
Dandy?
He don't know nothing about Dandy.
And she'll... Who's Dandy?
He'll kind of like look over his shoulder and kind of nod his head back towards.
You see the guard from last night arguing with another guard. Like a
It's the
city
other one.
guard arguing with the state guard.
Oh, I met them last night.
How'd the intro go?
Oh, great. Don't worry about it. That's Dandy, and then Dorian.
They holds up a sign 10 out of 10.
Well, very good detective work.
No,
What
I
have you
mean,
been doing to annoy him?
just well, like the fun part is I'm a town guard, so I can stand wherever I kind of want. And I've just been standing by him and talking to him, and he's been real upset. He told me to go watch around back, which I'm gonna have to guess that was kind of like code. He wanted me to go back there so they could rough me up. I didn't want to do that to them and have to really kind of make them feel bad.
Oh no.
On top of that, you just send them in the morgue.
And kick his fucking ass.
You go back and like, yeah,
The buff boy.
does the cock the arms, Henry Cavill's them.
Yeah. Just like dust moving on the reload.
Yeah, you do the shooting. You just sink into the ground a little bit, like.
The guard comes flying out of the alley into the big tree.
But I pretty much, like, by him being out front and saying, hey, all the nefarious stuff happens in the back, I was like, hey, you're kind of like the pointless one out here. I don't think he cared for the guy. I also told him about the Billy Goat story, and that that I've helped stop a couple of cults. I didn't name drop any of us.
That's good.
I know.
Russell's just like that.
Yeah. I got close, I think, at least 3 or 4 times.
No.
Why are we so curious about this person, like, helping them out? I mean,
Don't think about it. Like, if it was...
You could be the one now.
soon you all will. You all will have a moment. I would be into you.
We're gonna
Just like text herself her bites, make sure Oliver didn't bite her to make her stupid.
It's cootie.
inspiration. Give him rabies.
Mind goblin.
Inspiration. That's fucking brilliant.
You should ask Dandy if he has a case of ligma.
You hear from the roof.
And then when he asks what's ligma, say ligma balls.
Alright.
It's gonna just
Yeah, I'll be like, you want to watch? Like, there's a good little spot. And we can see what happens.
I love how he just avoids answering that question by just saying that.
you should tell him that. She like thinks about how to present it.
We got a live one here. Oh my god.
Like, tell him you're sorry that you heard he came down with a case of ligma. Yes.
No, I think I got this. I got the concept.
It's true. Wait for him to do something.
He'll kind of mosey on back. Hey, Dandy!
Yes.
Okay, so I think I figured it out. I'm really, really sorry.
Thank you.
Well,
Bye.
the guard that was here, we passed each other. He said you told me you had a case of the ligma.
Ligma what?
Ligma balls! And then we'll have smoke turn around and just present. And he'll just kind of like turn around and like give him a thumbs up, like, that was a pretty good one, right?
Give who? Adrian?
No, Dandy.
Oh. You get turned around.
God damn it.
Adrian and go. You found the way in the end to the uniform.
Adrian just holds up her little black list.
He's like, I really hate you.
Like, but why though?
You're very annoying. You're a you're a street urchin I can't do anything about.
Street urchin that, like, I probably have more money than you, man.
I really hate you.
How often do you go to the Velvet Room? Do you have a room there? Do you know Rachel or Ashley? Miss Bianca?
Yeah, it's one of these.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did it, Rachel? Too.
So, I mean, like, street urchin seems a little bit misclassed.
Oh. No.
he's much more guarded now that you mentioned the Velvet Room.
She's one of her 14 ones. Oh.
Did I say something that upset you? Oh, I did. Okay, so now I see what's going on. You're protecting someone that's nefarious. Because you said all the nefarious activity happens out back, so that's probably where he does all of his dealings that are shady. That's really good for the town guard to know. Thank you. And he'll just start trotting off.
You see an interaction, and then the guard looks stupefied. He's just like, how did that leap of logic happen?
He hears a very faint,
Look my balls.
and then like 15 seconds later, the guard just.
Oh my god. Okay, you good?
Yeah.
You good?
Okay.
This will be the last one before we talk for the night.
I hope you would help me with the problem I have in my garden. A new weed has come, and it has strong magical roots. Do you know of any ways to remove a weed like this? Or is there do you know where a weed like this may have come from?
Okay. Are you like speaking in code? Are you giving any type of indication?
I'll just write Matthias and just put it on a thing.
Okay.
Just make this simple. If I glean,
Because if you just tell me that you got a weed that you're trying to get rid of, this motherfucker's gonna be taking you to some weed killer.
I understand that.
So,
the
I
point
mean,
is
it'll work for a person.
that's true.
Not
The
wrong.
point would be to try and infer without necessarily saying anything. I need to know more about this. And the code speech will be, it's a weed, and it's a magical one, because that's very real, like it's a possibility. So they'll just, quick, nope, cool.
Sadly, they rolled an 8. They look confused. They get it for a moment when you slide the thing and say you're trying to get rid of a weed. When you start talking about it being a magical weed, they're just like, they get confused because they're like,
Sure.
You went from code talk to like, are we actually talking like a magical weed? Like, is Matthias sending you
I get it.
kill
I
a
get it.
magical weed? So he's like, I don't know, sir. Like, we could look around. Fire usually works. Maybe some, if you know a mage that can dispel magic.
Understood. Have you been plagued by weeds?
Yeah, he's looking like concerned. Like, I'll give one more insight check.
Alright. It's fine if I can't get anything from him.
Look, man, we haven't said anything to
I
anybody.
understand.
We're loyal. We're not, you have no problems from us.
I'm not testing your loyalty.
Just
Because you can't be loyal to a weed.
I didn't say that.
Oh, actually, Bayor would, if he's in there, do they have something that's akin to like a bonsai?
Sure.
Could he pick up one of those? Like, how much is this?
Yes.
Like a gold or something?
Insight. He thinks you're working from time.
No, I got that. No. I picked up what you're putting down,
Okay.
but I'm like, cool, I'm just going to buy a plant.
Use that.
Huh?
I don't know if you want to use that.
Oh, okay.
You know, bonsai plants in real life are expensive as fuck.
Oh, no,
but not in fantasy life.
Well, I'm saying it's something that would take a little bit, like,
Fantasy life, what's expensive is a potato. More vegetables.
who
It's
all
almost left though.
has been coming around asking about this guy?
No one's been asking.
If no one's been asking, why are you getting so defensive? You know why I'm here.
Because you just asked. Now I'm showing my loyalty, and now you're like looting.
I'm not looting. I'm going to pay for this.
Alluding.
Oh, looting. Sorry. Well, they said looting.
No.
Just
No, I mean, he gives it to you.
no, he's going to pay for it. I'm not doing this.
You don't have to pay. It's on the house.
That's not how I work, and that's not how we work.
He looks confused again.
All right, so he knows. Okay, he's extorting you. All right, he's going to just have little interactions to piecemeal what's.
No, that's
going
fine.
on.
You
Accidental
take this how long you want to go, but
Just accidental extortion.
I mean, well, he's going to set a goal down and be like, all right, okay. They don't tell us who comes when. When was the last time someone came to talk to you?
you never talk.
And that's what I thought. Doesn't it seem strange that I'm talking to you?
He's just looking at you like, who are you?
Hmm.
Same deal.
That's what I thought.
Not a family. This person's single, but they love this place.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I'm the weed killer.
And same thing now.
Okay.
Now this one's even more freaked out because they feel like they gave you something.
Yeah, no, I know. Okay. What do I have to do to take care of this plant?
Terrified person.
You gotta trim
You're learning from Oliver.
Yeah.
He just sees the scissors. She's like, you just water it and then you just
Extra 5 silver for the
He's
scissors.
picking out. He's giving you some just quick, dirty instructions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so do that. All right, trim it. Make sure it's water, but not too much. Okay. Non-direct sunlight most of the time.
He cuts their tongues out,
Ah,
and that's where we're gonna end the session.
nice.